Garden this season. One linesman, Ron Asseltine, the other. In goal for Quebec, Mario Goslin, who has played very well against the Bruins this season. The Bees would like to get to him early. And at the other end of the rink, the guy who has really taken over and is on a roll, Reggie Lemelin. Didn't face a lot of shots in Buffalo the other night, but did come up with his second shutout of the season, both coming against the Sabres. We're just about set to go this fourth meeting of the year between the Bruins and the Nordiques. With the play-by-play, here's Fred Cusick.
And the big guns out there for Quebec. Peter and Anton Stastny with Michel Goulet, a formidable line, no question about that. And we're underway. Rochefort is on defense with Mahler. At center ice, stopped by Zach for Courtnall. Courtnall for Linsman, but offside is Cam Neely on the right.
Nesson's exclusive presentation of Boston Bruins hockey is brought to you in part by Budweiser, Beechwood Age for that clean, crisp taste. This Bud's for you. And by the Polaroid Spectra system, the only camera system you can buy that lets you hold the picture in your hand while the feeling is still in your heart. And by your New England Nissan.
And a changeup by Ron Lapointe. He's the new coach of Quebec Nordiques. They bounced Andre Savard. And Ron Lapointe, who was an assistant in the Washington Cap system, and then at Fredericton this year, was given the coaching assignment. Alan Harworth clears it in. Boy, a hit on Harworth in the corner in the Boston end. Linsman trying to move it in. Kuzak battling Eagles.
Well, Gordy laying down a little law. Eagles got tangled up with Reggie.
You don't hit Reggie Lemelin now. Eagles got in, got a little punchy. Reggie took a little exception to it. And Gordy challenged Eagles. Second tempo of this game. A lot of goaltenders around the league have been getting hit pretty hard.
Of course, Reggie set himself up when he couldn't get to that puck. And Eagles said, well, you're fair game out here. But Gord Kluzak said, no, he isn't.
No.
It may be. Maybe under league rules that you are fair game, but not here.
The rule book says you're okay. Once you're out of that crease, you're eligible to be hit, but you're not allowed ever to let someone hit your goaltender and get away with it.
Let's quickly run down the scratches for you for Quebec today. Stephen Girard will not dress. Tommy Albaline, the defenseman, will not dress. And Lane Lambert also not dressing today. And only one scratch for the Boston Bruins. Well, Nevin Marquardt's been out for a while. He'll be back toward the end of February. But Frank Simonetti did dress. It came out for the pre-skate. There was a question as to whether Reed Larson's wrist that he fell on the other night would be for him to play. Apparently, Reed in the warm-up said, I'm okay. And so Simonetti will sit down.
Frank's struggling, too, a long time. He's been struggling. And there you have your coaches, Ron Lapointe. But basically, you got to worry about Frank Simonetti. Hurt his ribs and a little bit of a tendon pull in his back.
Wow, look at this lineup that Lapointe has put out there. Karkner, the defenseman, at left wing. Donnelly at right wing. And we're going to have a lot of jousting in this setup and a lot of hitting. At center ice, a long drive by Larson and a save by Costa. Jeff Brown turns the net, drives it up and out. And Donnelly is on with Steinberg at center and Karkner, a defenseman, at left wing. And he finishes off his hit in the Boston end on Sweeney. Finn at center ice, drives it back in the Boston end. Ron Lapointe out of the Punch Imlach school. Punch used to start on occasions, the late Punch Imlach. 5 defensemen up front. Now Peter Stastny out there. Finn breaks away from Willie Plett. Puck over the Boston line. Plett trying to start it back. Anton Stastny checks him. Alan Peterson with it. And it's heads-up hockey here. Keep an eye on the opposition. Finn is hit by Crowder as he passes in. Bourque quickly away on a break here. Casper over the line, left wing side, bearing in deep, holding, looking for the trailer to Burridge. Burridge couldn't get the shot off. Trying to set up Kelvin, can't. Burridge gets it back. Fighting for it in deep. And Peter Stastny drops it to his defenseman, Finn. Around the boards for Brown, and it's cleared to the Boston end. They wave off icing. Goulet is after Telvin. Telvin around for Burridge. Casper gets it away smartly to Telvin. Over the line, faking, moving in. The shot, the save, and he got a lot on that. As Telvin moved in, gets it again. Tries to put it in front, can't. Crowder, center it. And a penalty on Quebec. Down on the ice is Crowder. A hooking call, and it might be on Peter.
I can see Koharski going to try to cramped down early in this game.
With the score, Boston nothing, Quebec nothing. We'll be back in just a minute.
The hooky call at 2:14. He doesn't take many penalties. He did that time, though, as he dropped out of giving the Bruins the first power play of the afternoon. Bruins are going to try to execute a new power play here, Derek.
Thing is, Dave, he got physical. Peter Stastny get physical. That means the entire team's up. That means both teams will be up for this one.
The draw is for Rochefort in the Quebec end, trying to move it out. Bork moves in deep. Gets it to Neely deeper. Trying to flip it back. It is deflected away to center ice. Getting a piece of it was Gaetan Duchesne, Washington cap, and he's in pursuit of Lindsman. It's off to Bork. Bork, center ice, checked in the play to Courtnall, trying to get it wing to wing to Neely, and it's broken up by Duchesne. Back comes Bork. The drive in. Gosling trying to clear it. Neely trying to check it. Larson trying to keep it in. Battle on the boards in the Quebec zone. Courtnall over there. That's it. Away to Bork. Bork back for Courtnall. Courtnall hold in. Back for Larson. Larson away to Courtnall. Hits it on the go and a save by Gosling. A lot of power on that one by Jeff Courtnall from well out. Loose puck to Finn. He's broken up. It's back to Larson. Larson for Lindsman. Lindsman checked on the play. Bruins back to Bork. Screen shot. Neely tried to tip it in. Neely gets it now. Cuts in front. Gets it back for Larson. Over to Bork. Bork fires and misses the net. Great chance there for Raymond Bork. Drive by Larson. Hit it for the corner, and Gosling got a piece of it. Bork keeps it in. For Larson. Larson is checked on the play, and the puck knocked out of the zone by Duchesne. Power play there. Bork for Crowder, who just came on. Crowder holding. Broken up on the play. Held it too long, and it's knocked away by Jackson. 20 seconds on the Boston power play. No score in the game. Bork winding up. Checked by Cote. And volleyed right in front of the net, but he gets it away to Casper. Good break here. 3-on-2 to Crowder. Crowder trying to put it in front, and Gosling picks it off as Casper couldn't reach that intended pass, I believe.
Derek, Quebec's penalty killing. Most of the teams around the league this year, including the Bruins, are kind of contracting that box and making it a little bit tougher to get a rebound inside, but Quebec seems to have spread their coverage out.
Well, that was just an exceptional power play. The Bruins skated well. It was good. They handled the puck constantly. Never give them a chance to set up anything consistent.
Boy, the wingers played very high on the points, but didn't exactly pressure the points, so it really left the three forwards on the two defensemen as you'd like.
You'll get that when no one's standing still, Dave. No one really can get set to pick anything, have a concerted effort at shutting down a power play if somebody's moving all of them.
Movement is the key, and that's what Terry O'Reilly is hoping. They're getting more guys moving toward the net now to try to pick up the rebounds, since rebounds are so difficult to get when you have everybody collapsing in that slot.
Cam Neely was all alone out there for a good 7-10 seconds.
Back to Telvin, still a power play, almost up. He goes deep, puts it in front, and knocked down was Byers. Couldn't get it. Telvin stays in deep to Byers. Full strength of Quebec. The drop pass intended for O'Dwyer missed, and all the way to the Boston end. 15:36 left, first period, no score. At center ice, Ken Quinney for Quebec. Clearing it in. Karkner is playing forward. He's a defenseman. Under Ron LaPointe, he's playing forward. Winding up now is Harwood. Harwood trying to get a pass for Quinney, and he's hit by Byers. Puck cleared over the Boston line, taken by Telvin. Telvin, a quick pass up, stopped by Karkner. Fed in deep. Harwood after the play, buzzing around in the zone. Bruins Byers gets it away to Telvin. 2-4 checkers. Telvin plays it off the boards and keeps it away from Karkner. Waits for O'Dwyer. Now goes up the center to Byers. Byers flips it up. Stops Brown. Brown, a clear out. Interception, Telvin. Telvin is hit by Karkner as he feeds it in. So Ron LaPointe playing it physical. Let's see how this develops. Stickle is calling this one behind the play. Picard and Platt, or he blew the whistle. No, please.
Well, maybe called an outside pass. This copyrighted program is brought to you under pay cable TV rights granted by the Boston Bruins solely for the entertainment of our viewing audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, retransmission, or the use of the accounts and descriptions of this game without the expressed written consent of the New England Network and the Bruins is prohibited. I would think, Derek, it might have helped the Bruins coming back off a 4-game road trip to have played their final game in a small building like Buffalo. Make the transition back into the Garden a little bit easier, huh?
Well, it's very subtle, the differences, but it could help them, Dave.
Puck in deep, taken over by Finn on defense. Forechecking Linsman and Neely. They work it. Quebec works it out to Goulet, flips it in on Lemlin. A pop fly taken by Kluzak. Around for Courtnall. Courtnall is hit by Peter Stastny. And he's smashed down by Bourque. A great hit by Ray Bourque. We talked about Ray Bourque being physical, and he took care of Peter.
He also popped Goulet out at center ice prior to that. Ray Bourque has just been playing awful physical.
Yeah,
Blade, especially. It's just he's just constantly just taking the body firmly.
Oh, head down.
Didn't want to let him off the hook.
Can't
Just
pass that one up.
Anton coming in to help his brother out. I don't know.
Goulet went over to Koharski after they all kind of dispersed and had something to say to Don. I'm sure he's saying that, you know, he hit me too. We're scorers.
I know, but Ray Bourque hits you clean, and Ray Bourque's got a reputation for being a clean player, so he's just going to hit you hard. He's going to get away with a lot.
The draw, Linsman to Bourque. Big line on for Quebec. And Bourque sends it away to Courtnall, center ice. Over the line, left wing side, checked by Brown. Back for it, Goulet. Goulet, a good two-way player. Bruins keep it in. Neely got it off the boards and couldn't control it. Back at center ice, Goulet broken out. Bourque to Neely. Neely in. Saved by Gosselin. Great chance. Neely sent in by Ray Bourque, who broke up the play at center ice. As the Bruins had the best chance of the game so far. And here's Goulet with a break on the other side. Bourque is after him. He's looking for a trailer, and Bourque checks. Peter Stastny gets it, and a slashing call here against Boston.
Oh,
and
what
Bruins
acceleration by Neely.
With the score of Boston nothing and Quebec nothing. We'll be back in a minute.
Some acceleration here by Cam Neely when he
Great
picks this up.
forecheck by Bourque to get it in there, but now he just jumps through the hole. Rushford did not have any body position on Neely. He was just standing still for the turn. Great save by Gosselin.
Wesley trying to clear it, and it's into the stands, and a face-off called again to the left of Lemlin. 13:33 left in a scoreless first period. Jeff Courtnall out for high sticking, and the power play has Howarth with Quinney playing left wing. Switch. Howarth moves out. Eagles will take the draw. Karkner is back on defense with Brown. Terry Karkner acquired in a trade with the Rangers. He was a first-round draft pick of the Rangers. And he gets it at the point. Off for Brown. Brown drills it. Save Lemlin. Rebound Larson, and he's not able to clear it out. Campbell golfs it out. And Brown has a good shot from that point. And Karkner set him up. Out comes Alan Harworth, the former Washington Cap, and a speedster. Drives it in. Round the boards. Wesley trying to move it out. He's checked by Quinney. Wesley. Harworth. Harworth digs it free. Now it is in deep to Quinney. Behind the net, Eagles also. Power play for Quebec. Larson breaks it up and clears it. One crowd left on the Nordiques power play. The shots are 7 Boston, 1 for Quebec here in the first period. And the best, of course, Neely's chance. Middleton overskates it at center ice, and back comes Peter Stastny over the line, trying to get through. Forced deep by Kluzak. In the corner, fought for Goulet after it. Goulet wheels in the zone. Back at the point for Picard. Picard across for Brown, who stays out on the power play. Brown holding. Still holding. Now all the way across for Anton Stastny. Back to Picard at the right point. O'Dwyer checking the play. Kluzak breaks it up. O'Dwyer takes it away. 30 seconds left. And Quebec kept it in, but all on the perimeter as they were watched by Middleton and O'Dwyer. Big guns out. Here comes Peter Stastny over the line. He's checked on the play by Bourque. Puck goes deep. Poked up the boards. Middleton fighting for it on the boards. Peter Stastny gets it back. Mahler, a shot and a save. Lemlin. Rebound. Tucked away. Goulet with it. In front. And it's blocked. And Casper fights for it. And gets it away for Wesley. Wesley, center ice. And the youngster clears it in the Nordique zone, and the Bruins kill off the penalty. Couple of good stops. 1-2 by Lemlin, and back comes Gillis. Clears it in. He's on with Duchesne. Back for it. Peterson trying to set it up the boards. Good. Gillis kept it in. A pass stopped by Burridge. Burridge broken up. A drive in by Brown. A save by Lemlin from the blue line. Puck centered back near the Quebec Nordique blue line, and Rochefort has to go center ice to get it. Waller now. Duchesne. Rochefort started away, and this is a icing play. Back for it, Larson. We're in the first period with the score of Boston nothing, Quebec nothing.
There's a booming shot from Mahler at the point. Lemlin kicks out. Now he's got to smother the rebound. Just gets by Goulet. But if the first 2 power plays won by each club is indicative, I would say if I was coach, stay out of the penalty box.
Yeah. Sweeney out with Miller and Platt. Face up in the Nordique zone. Miller on the board. Sweeney had it. Checked by Howard, though. Makes a play in front. It is caught. Grabbed, and a penalty on Finn. He closed his hand and threw the puck.
I can't believe he did that. Shades of Carpino last year in the playoffs. Just panicked a little bit. Had the puck, didn't have his stick, didn't know what to do.
He dropped his stick, and he just happened to be bent over trying to pick it up, and there's the puck, and he said, oh, gosh, now what do I do with it? I better get rid of it. It stuck a little bit in the webbing, which brought more attention to him. Now he's got it like a hot potato. Well, let's get rid of that.
Let's act like maybe they won't see that. He got Platt in there pointing at him. We can't do that.
Oh, boy. Well, Bruins power play looked pretty impressive. I think, Derek, what Terry O'Reilly is and the guys are trying to accomplish on this power play is always get one defenseman moving through the slot so they can get one defenseman and 2 forwards looking for a rebound. Last time it was kind of hard to pick it up because things were so spread out.
His Bork quickly in and redirected. A backhander and a save on Neely. Linsman and Neely close in bids on the drive in, and it's Courtnall in front behind the net now. Gets it back to the point, and Bork has to reach for it, can't contain it. The pass was off the mark by Courtnall. Bork winds the Boston end. Right back comes Linsman. He's over the line. Courtnall ruled offside. 1:36 left. Boston power play their second of the game. They have 9 shots to 3 for Quebec. No score in the game, and 10:22 left in the first period.
Well, this is a golden opportunity here. Bork makes an excellent pass. Gets deflected across to Neely, who gets good wood on the backhand. Goes to the occasion, a little stuff shot, a second one.
Boy, Cam roofed that one, too. He got it up. Normally in that close, you do well just to get it back on net. You don't think about getting it up, but he had it up plenty. Gosford with a good save.
Quebec 20th in the league in penalty killing.
See, when they were last in here, they were right at the top of the league in that department.
Ray Bork winding up. He's on with Kluzak. Up front it is Linsman, Neely, and Courtnall. Bruins big line. Here comes Linsman. Off for Neely. It's broken up by Rochefort, and that play is offside at the Nordique line.
That's a pass that either looks very good when it's completed or looks silly. You know, when you get picked off like that, if that had got by Rochefort, he'd have been, Card, he'd have been in gold. Neely had speed. He had the body position on him. Kenny Linsman put Neely in Buffalo with a similar type pass.
Linsman on the draw with Jackson. Batted away. Bork off with Kluzak, and it's locked in the zone. Gosselin trying to trap it, has problems, clears it up the boards. Bruins fight the boards. Courtnall trying to get it. Battle, Linsman, and the Nordiques Jackson works it out. He's on with Duchesne, penalty killer. Ray Bork winding up, having trouble with Jackson, ridden off the puck, and good forechecking by Quebec, by Duchesne and by Jackson. Bruins trying to get a handle to it, and Neely starts it away. Neely center ice. Kluzak off for Bork. Bork all the way across, and it's knocked away from Courtnall. He gets it again in the corner, loses it around the boards. And Peter Stastny can't control it. Kluzak with it, cutting at the line. The screen shot blocked in front. Neely out of the corner to Linsman. Quick shot, blocked. Rebound, save, Goslin on Neely. And the Bruins have their chances. 5 seconds left on their power play.
And they ought to give Mario a double paycheck this week.
Wow.
What a job he's done.
You see the difference of what? The Bruins could be up 3-4 zip. Not to quit now. I mean, this happens, you know, 10 minutes of a game. You don't blow somebody out in the first 10 minutes. It's a 60-minute effort you got to look for. They can sit and play hockey, but power play is going to be this efficient. They'll get their chances later on.
Boston 11 shots. Nordiques 3. 9:11 left in the first period. No score. Casper is out now for the faceoff. Bork staying out with Michael Telvin. 25 seconds left on the power play. Gillis and Casper. Burridge, Crowder out there. Fought for right near the net. And finally it's trapped by Picard. And a faceoff called again to the left of Mario Goslin.
Goslin's got numbers against the Bruins like Malarchuk used to have.
Yeah, 7-1-on-1.
Well, you look at that trade. Malarchuk and Hunter. Kane and Howard coming to Quebec. Doesn't look like a good deal so far for Quebec.
Here's Gillis breaking out. Telvin back and Casper. Gillis all alone trying to beat Telvin. Horsteed gets it again behind the net and plays it around the boards. Casper with it. The penalty is just about up as Gillis kills some seconds there. Casper away from Cote. Off for Burridge. Full strength Quebec. Off for Crowder. Shot. It is blocked. Rochford hurt on that one. And in deep. Bruins fight for it. Mahler picking it off. Clearing it up for Cote. Stopped by Bork right at the line. Flips it back in. Goslin able to control it. Drop it off. Goslin a big factor so far. And now Bork a key play against Cote. Cote was ready to break 2-1 with Howard. Bruins back. A lead. Casper. Burridge. Broken up by Michel Goulet. Goulet right back. Clearing in the Boston end. 8:10 left. First period. No score. Around the boards. Karkner trying to keep it in against Casper. Batted in deep. Lemlin around for Burridge. Burridge wraps it out. Brown puts it right back in. It is stopped by Wesley. Wesley gets it away center ice to O'Dwyer. Just coming on the ice. He clears it in on the right wing. Byers going for it. Hit by Karchner. And it is cleared out. Howard into center ice. Quinney, or rather Cote, clears it in. Taking over is Larson. No score in the game. 7:35 left first period. Middleton, center ice. Carries over the line. Couple of men moving right in. And he's hauled down on the play. Can't get the shot off as Middleton faked about 3 of the Nordiques there. And back at center ice. Loose puck is over to Finn. Finn for Anton Stastny. Up for Brown. Brown on Wesley. Goes deep by a save. Lemlin. Top of the crease. Wesley the rebound. For Byers. Now Wesley into center ice. That's an offside pass to Middleton.
Hey, if the winter weather has you feeling a bit numb, Nesson has a warm weather alternative for you tomorrow night at 8. It's the season premiere of Hot Stove Baseball on the New England Sports Network. And tomorrow we'll take you back to October 2nd, 1987. The Red Sox hosting the Milwaukee Brewers in an extra inning thriller that ended in a most unlikely fashion. So if you can't wait for baseball here, Nesson whets your appetite for the summer game with Hot Stove Baseball. Get you tomorrow night at 8 right here on Nesson. We deliver.
Yeah, well, with Ricky Middleton here just dancing through these guys. Nobody's really picked up the puck yet. Nobody's taken his body. Just gets hauled down at the end. He was ready to just get it to the forehand and then snap a shot just as he was going to shoot. He got hooked from behind.
Puck just seemed to stay with him.
Boy, he scored some of the prettiest goals in the history of this game.
The draw is back to Telvin. The line for Boston has Sweeney at center with Miller and Klett on the wing. Steinberg centering Jackson and Donnelly. A long lead pass too far ahead of Jay Miller, but he forces Goslin to play it so there's no icing. And Klett able to poke it up in deep. Miller going for it, banging around. Sweeney gets it. Sweeney in the corner, coming out of the corner, wheels in front, and the backhander goes wide. With those two big hitting a hard hit there on Sweeney, that by Trevor Steinberg. And here's a penalty coming up. Finn and Klett ready to go.
Now, if they stay out of it, he might get a double. Platt didn't do anything. Koharski might call it if he just backs off it.
Bob Sweeney might get some good opportunities with Miller and Platt throwing their weight around.
Well, Finn going to the box. I don't know that Willie's going to get one or not. He was allowed to go get his stick.
No, he shouldn't be getting one. Platt didn't do anything. He got chopped. He might have got 4. Finn could have gotten 4.
The slash it knocked Willie's stick right out of his hand.
The second one's going to come right there.
Yeah, the second one was almost a spear there.
Yeah. He let it go.
Steve's spending an awful lot of time in the box in this first period.
Boston Bruins with their 3rd power play of the afternoon. They've outshot Quebec to this point 12-4. 6:28 left here in the first period. Steve Finn in for slashing.
You were going to say.
Well, you know, there was no rocket scientist to get that first penalty for delay of game thrown in the stands. A little embarrassed to come up with a chippy one right after. Those trends go all night, too.
Kluzak drives it in between boards. Lindsman hustling for it. And it's knocked out by the Nordiques. Duchesne, he's been an aggressive forechecking forward, and he's down to break it up, clear it all the way to center ice to Picard. And Duchesne has been flying as a penalty killer. Courtnall trying to move it over the line. Does in deep. Tried to flip it in front. Blocked, and Duchesne knocks it away. Court finally hammers it in, but it goes into the stands. A face-off called at center ice, and the Bruins started off with a very good power play, then a good power play, and now they go down one more notch. What's after that?
Not very good power play. I think would be next.
Don't be negative, boys.
Oh, no. Oh, we got a long way to go. I'm wondering in that between the Nordiques and the Caps, if the Nordiques, they certainly got a great player in Duchesne and a good hustling player in Howarth, but did they not trade their leadership in Hunter?
No.
The heart of their club, no?
No. That's overworked.
Well, they're missing something to be where they are right now.
They got their big guns, don't practice. No discipline in the club.
Telvin, wing to wing for Burridge, over the line for Casper. Trying to get it back in front. Can't do it. Burridge taking to the boards behind the net. Crowder battling, digs it free. Casper, back fork, left point, in for Casper. Back for Ray again. This shot is blocked, bounces for Telvin. Telvin trying to move it by Eagles. Eagles is dumped on the play. Down, and he's still fighting to keep it in, and out of it comes Telvin. Back for Bork. Shot. Never reaches the net. Deflected wide. And the Nordiques clearing it. That time Eagles fired it into the stands. 46 seconds left. Bruins power play, their 3rd of the afternoon. 5:14 left in the first period. No score.
When an opposing shorthanded penalty set up, Derek, it makes it extremely difficult. If you don't get those people to move, it makes it extremely difficult to get a shot from the point through.
Especially when they're moving as quick as they are. They're covering a lot of ground, and you do not have very much time to execute in this game at all, at any time. And when you got your opposing penalty killers moving as quick as they are to rush the points, the guys behind the point man in front of the net or in the corners have got to break into holes to telegraph to the guy with the puck like Bork or Kluzak that I'm open. You know, I'll get to an open spot, dump it blind, give them a safety valve that you can continually keep the pressure on. Then once you've got the forwards out on the blue line, make the plays 3-on-2 down around the net.
Lindsman, Neely, and Courtnall with Bork and Telvin. And the Nordiques, Peter Stastny, clear it away. 40 seconds left on the power play. 5 minutes left, first period, no score. Away comes Neely, right wing. Lindsman in the center. Lindsman for Telvin. Shot. Blocked. Never reached the net. Telvin able to keep it in, and a penalty on Boston. Courtnall is out for holding.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Foolish move on his part. Great move if you get away with it, but you rarely get away with it.
Well, Jeff's making his second trip into the penalty box. Quick little grab,
you got a
spin
little
him around.
tug and spin. You want to dance. Kelvin gets it all right, but then a ton of time to turn around. But the penalty was the reason why. Like so often you can call that, though, Dave.
Yeah.
You can call it like in football, offensive holding, defensive, all the time.
Every snap of the ball.
Yeah, and that was just too blatant.
You know what I haven't seen as much this season is the clutching and grabbing of the sticks of the sweater as much. Because I think the officials are looking for it more now, and guys are starting to back off a little.
I hope they are. You know, there's still too much of it in the game.
I agree.
Each team short a man in 25 seconds. Power play for Quebec. Bork taps it in. Up front for Boston. Lyndon Byers and Bob Sweeney. On defense, Kluzak and Bork. Bork's playing a lot in this game with the power play chances. His comes Jeff off by Anton Stastny. Peter in front, and he can't get it to him. Boy, he was wide open briefly. And it is Anton Stastny back for Karkner. Shot, save, clear. Bork kept in. Brown shot, side of the net. Power play now in effect. And 4-on-4, they were at threat. Bruins clear it out. Byers, Anton, Peter Stastny, and Jeff Brown. Brown starts from the Quebec end. 1:15 left on their power play. Second of the afternoon for them. Up for Goulet, cleared in. Back first, Wesley wraps it around, but not out. O'Dwyer gets it free, though, to Middleton. Middleton in the center ice, checked on the play by Goulet. Winding up Rochefort, force back. O'Dwyer and Middleton. Penalty killers now for Boston. Middleton, stole right at the line, just outside the line. He anticipated that by about 10 seconds.
He did. He jumped on that pass. Poor Billy O'Dwyer just couldn't get out. I think O'Dwyer anticipated it. It was really telegraphed, you know, from Stastny into the hole. Really telegraphed. O'Dwyer just couldn't get out.
Boy, that close. Billy just a stride away. Boy, he's having himself a great season his first year in Boston.
Billy O'Dwyer's playing well.
He's playing very well.
3:44 left, first period, no score. 50 seconds on the Nordique power play. Burridger's out now with Casper, Larson, and Wesley. The boards, it bounces off the boards for Wesley, and he's able to clear it. Picard and Rochefort back for the Nordiques. Goulet up front with Cote and Howard. Power play now. 30 seconds left to start out. Center ice, clear it in. Larson going. Goulet has a man open. Harwood, they can't get it to him. Around the boards, Picard at the point, just able to keep it in. Intercept. Burridge up for Casper, trying to break. Goes over the line, holds it. Looks for a trailer. Kluzak has it. He's cutting in. He has Burridge open. Tries to put it right in, and Gosselin stopped him. 8 seconds left on the power play. Goulet breaks away. Cote coming up. The shot over the shoulder of Lemlin and into the stands, and a face-off call.
Reggie may have gotten a piece of that. I think he with his blocker.
Yeah, he did. He got it with his elbow, I think.
Boy, that's a great move by Gordy Kluzak, rushing up to be the trailer on this play.
I know Kluzak hits the stick and goes to Kluzak, who jumps right on it, but I know he sees Burridge in the slot. He just doesn't know at this point whether he's covered. Picard played him actually very well. He really, with his stick down on the ice, stopped all passes back to Burridge, and Gordy tried to go for himself. Just didn't get enough of a handle on it to shovel it into the far corner.
Shots are 13 Boston, 6 for Quebec. 1 second left. Face off to the right of Lemlin. 2:53 left. Scoreless first period. Courtnall will be coming out. Gillis on the face-off with O'Dwyer. On the draw, won by O'Dwyer for Kluzak. Wrapped around the boards, not out. Now it bounces out and break here by Byers. Byers works it over the line. Checked by Mahler. O'Dwyer gets it across for Middleton. Stick handling in, and he's forced too deep before he can get the backhander away. Made the move, but then was too deep. Nordiques just out, and Bork gets it back. Middleton behind Byers on the pass. And it is Jeff Jackson moving it out. Ray Bork takes over at the Boston line for Kluzak. Now for O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer is flattened on a Mahler check. Just knocked right back. Steele Middleton in alone with Byers. Rick Middleton
with himself or with them just allowing the Bruins to walk in on him like this. But Ricky Middleton, sharpest attack here. Little poke check, Alice sweep check there. Now he's coming in. Gonna hustle and slide it. Just wait it through your legs, kid. Great play by Middleton. The goal scorer's play. He had Goslin down, and Goslin swore he had it. It's just a great play by Ricky Middleton. He's going right between his legs all the way. There it slides through.
It looked like the error at the Quebec line was by Finn, who hasn't had a good first period.
Not his night. He could be indicative of all night for him, too. Just a bad night for him. Good player, bad night.
Or afternoon, whatever the case may be.
Right.
Talvin clears it out. And a penalty on Boston here. A roughing call. Hold it. Wait a minute. It is, could be Peter Stastny going out for roughing.
Playing very physical tonight, not like him. A little upset. That is foolish to get that on top. 4 minutes.
2 minutes. 2 minutes on sportsmanlike conduct for Peter Stastny.
Now here's what the Bruins have got to do is under no circumstances pull anybody down. Look to do what Courtnall did last shift. Just keep working. If they shoot it down, let them shoot it down. But don't create a penalty for yourself. Because you can bet he'll be looking at Koharski will be looking to call a penalty.
Ron LaPointe angry behind the Quebec bench, and that face of Peter Stastny. There is LaPointe. He had the gate open, delaying things. Peter has had his wake-up call. He's been wrapped. A heavy hit by Bork early. Now a roughing call on him. And the Bruins in a power play, leading 1-0. In deep, Neely, Courtnall, Winston, and Talvin, they keep it in. It's Courtnall with it. Holding now in the corner. Back for Talvin, off for Courtnall, in for Linsman, trying to put it front, block, gets it in front, knocked away by Goslin. Now it's back for Bork. Bork, quick pass in, save on Neely. Great play by Neely, put it right on net, redirecting it. Courtnall keeps it in, cross in front. Score! Linsman, set up by Courtnall, a power play goal, and Boston leads 2-0.
Great power play. Great power play. Well, I think you're going to see the emergence of the Bruins power play, Fred. That has been picking up in the last couple of games. Has been the Linsman-Neely combination with Bork on the point. Right here, nice play by Courtnall across the Linsman to stop it. Nothing Goslin could do. Just well handled, well played.
13, Ken Linsman.
And it is 2-0 Boston. Neely and Courtnall assist on that one. And Goslin had just made a big save on Neely's redirection of a Bork shot or pass.
He's given out another unsportsmanlike to Ron LaPointe, I believe. He just zipped over and pointed at him, Fred. I don't know if he's going to do this. Another one, he did it. They're going to be 2 men short now. LaPointe had better keep his mouth shut or they'll be short-handed all night.
Double penalties now. Since Peter Stastny got a total of 4 minutes, 2 minors, only the first one is nullified by that Boston goal. So he had 2 minutes left. Now another penalty on sportsmanlike conduct. And the Bruins with a 2-man advantage with 1:24 left in the first period. Bruins with 17 shots, Quebec with 6. Boston scores by Rick Middleton and Ken Linsman. Gillis is out there. And a 2-man advantage for Boston. Kuzak gets it off for the open man. Courtnall. Courtnall hit by Bala. Spins away. Gets the puck behind the net off for Linsman. A slow pass by Linsman, and Gillis taps it out. And Kluzak. A hit on Gillis. Winding up is Lindsman. Two-man advantage, Boston. Drop pass for Bork. In the period. In it for Courtnall. Courtnall back for Kluzak. Kluzak for Courtnall. Has trouble handling it. Two-man advantage here. In for Neely. Picard knocks it down. In front. Courtnall shot. Saved by Goslin. Lindsman for Bork. Away for Kluzak. In. A shot knocked away as Neely cut right in front of the net. 34 seconds left in the period. The two-man advantage, too. And the Bruins, Kluzak all the way across for Lindsman. Back for Bork. Now for Kluzak. Holds it away, but Picard breaks him up. He gets it again. Now in for Neely. Neely back for Bork. Screen shot. Save Goslin. Great one. Left in the period. And the Nordiques clear it out. And that will do it in the period. Lemlin is holding it. Clearing it around. And the period ends. The Bruins will have a two-man advantage for the first 37 seconds of the second period, as Boston up to 20 shots, 6 for the Nordiques in the first period. Ron Lapointe, the coach of Quebec, with words about the officiating this afternoon.
Yes.
The score at the end of the first period, Boston 2 and Quebec nothing. We'll be back in a minute. Clock 20 for Boston. That's impressive. You'd like to have maybe a couple of more goals. 2-0 is not that comfortable.
No, and I tell you, Fred, it's not comfortable in this game. The Quebec Nordiques are not playing that poorly. The Boston Bruins have gotten their on power plays. Very effective power play, nonetheless. Come out and play this one. Very physical this period. I think you're going to see Donnelly out here. There's going to be Finn. There's going to be a couple of guys involved in maybe some fisticuffs and some grinding body checks. And I think that the Nordiques want this game real bad.
And the one really to be involved, he's really mad, is Peter Stastny. I mean, he's got to be up for the final two periods after really committing a really stupid move and getting that unsportsmanlike conduct.
Well, your basic faux pas, no doubt about it. He wasn't supposed to do something foolish like that. He made probably an obscene gesture of some sort, and Koharski took exception to it. Then Ron Lapointe gets a little hot under the collar, starts ranting and raving, and give him an additional unsportsmanlike. So you got the Quebec Nordiques from a kind of a harmless holding penalty into a serious situation. The Bruins are going to have 30 seconds or so, 37 seconds to score. It'd be a very big goal if they could go up 3, and the Nordiques would have a very uphill battle.
Why, you look at the Bruins, their last 3 games, they've had 2-0 leads. Now, Pittsburgh made up the deficit and wound up 4-4. Buffalo could not, and now it remains to be seen what this Nordique team can do.
The Quebec Nordiques have not stopped skating. They're not sitting around waiting for somebody else to do it. They're all working hard. So they're still in this game. They haven't let up at all. So it's going to be an interesting 40 minutes.
Boston in front at 2-0. The scores by Rick Middleton and Kinsman on a power play. And we're almost ready for action in the second period. Here's Tom.
All right, Fred, thank you. The only other game in hockey this afternoon, Caps and Oilers at Landover. I'll be back with a look at some of what's happening in that game when Bruins hockey continues this afternoon here on your New England Sports Network.
Better, but the play gets made across. Go ahead. Now, Jeff's got the puck on the left side. Didn't control it right away. That's the time that the Nordiques get to buy it. A lot of safe passing and nothing really at the net yet. Then you get checked. Kluzak almost loses it. Now they set up again. Now the Bruins really haven't made any move at the net. That was probably the smartest play of all, getting it back there. But it's a lot of confusion. A lot of bodies in here. If Bork's shot gets through, but you're going to see it's going to get stopped just right there. If Ray had got that up, it would have been a lot more dangerous. But the Bruins moving it well, but just looking for that one pretty goal can get you in a lot of bad habits.
Well, is it oversimplifying it to say this first minute here is the game? Quebec, Derek, if they get down 3-0, they do have the firepower, but the Bruins getting an early goal here would be awful tough to beat in this building today.
Well, you would hope so. I'd like to see him get the third goal and worry about it later. But the Quebec Nordiques aren't out of this game by a long shot, Dave. Not yet.
It is a 5-3 for 37 seconds. The Bruins with it. Bork to Courtnall. Quickly played it in and around the boards. Neely waiting for it. Back for Bork. In for Neely. Neely in to Linsman. Tried to set up Kluzak, but he was in too tight. Almost at the crease, and the drop pass goes all the way to the Boston end. Bruins regroup. 15 seconds on the two-man advantage. Bork, Linsman, offside. On the right wing side is Cam Neely. 11 seconds left on the two-man advantage here. Boston leads 2-0. They outshot Quebec 20-6 in the first period.
Cam was expecting that pass. He was going to take the pass and look for the trailer. Instead, the trailer, or who would have been the trailer, Derek, ended up taking the pass, and Cam had no chance to stay on side.
Got that right, Dave.
Linsman checking the clock. He centers Neely and Courtnall. Kluzak and Bork. Kluzak over the line. Off for Courtnall. Back for Kluzak. For Bork. Shot. Save. Rebound. Loose. Linsman. With 1 second left on the two-man advantage. Linsman makes it 3-0.
Boy, I tell you, was that a big goal? You got to say to yourself, well, you take the 2-0 and be happy, but that shot from Bork, the play was made by Kluzak. And that was a great play right here. He gets checked. Now let's get it to Red. He just don't have the extra body to worry about. Bork just drifts one. Goslin's down. Tries to, Rushford shoots it in the corner, but it hits Courtnall's stick. Neely get it?
Well, Cam took the swipe at it. Looked like Kenny was tied up. It may have gone off Kenny's skate or stick. He's kind of tied up.
Oh, it's Neely, I think.
Yeah. Looked like Neely.
Linsman indicated he got it. I said Linsman. So wait.
Not going to argue with the two of you guys.
Over the line, Neely. A Crowder in. A shot. A save by Goslin. Great chance. And a rebound poked in front by Burridge, and he couldn't put it home. Quebec back at full strength. 3-0 Boston. Wesley winding up at the Boston end. Crowder had a great chance. Bruins problems moving it out finally do. Crowder. Neely gets by stand corrected. Larson. The assists go to Courtnall and Bork, and it is Neely, and Linsman isn't even on the board. I wasn't even close.
Linsman either had to get it or forget it.
That's number 20 for Cam. And Derek, the key now, they've got a 3-0 lead. Not sit on it. Stastny and Goulet are on the ice. Think defense. Think stopping them. Take the offense as it comes, but just concentrate now on shutting those two down, and they'll be in good shape.
You'd like to do that, but I think you'd have to pretty well designate two guys, one line to do it. You know, the Casper line. Do it. But at this point, to throw a negative into them, think defense, maybe a little too premature for that.
All right, maybe that's not the correct wording. How about let's think defense before offense? You know, if you got the break, you go with it, but no unnecessary chances when they're on the ice.
Anton Stastny clears it out. A lead almost through the defense for Peter Stastny. He's in deep. Checked by O'Dwyer. Got it around the boards. Middleton, who has a goal, clears it out. Bruins with 2 power play goals. Lead 3-0. Goulet wraps it in the Boston zone. Middleton, Anton Stastny. And O'Dwyer takes a hit. Puck deflected in. Wesley trying to clear it away. A tripping call as Goulet falls down, and Koharski quickly calls a power play for the Nordiques.
You're going to see a lot of that now.
Koharski originally signaled a high stick. Boy, it looked like Goulet just kind of tripped over himself. It looked like Wesley gave him a little tap on the side, Derek, and I'm not saying little tap because it was a Bruin. It
pretty borderline call, but you can't complain with what Koharski's called for the Bruins tonight. A little late, too, falling down.
Well,
almost goes in the net, you know.
And I'm sure it would have counted.
Directed a great save by Lemelin. No one in the building knew it was a great save.
The kid's saying, I can't believe I'm here.
What am I going to do?
Boston goals by Middleton and Lindsman on a power play in the first period, and by Neely on a power play here in the second period. Assist to Bork and a court on that Neely goal. Power play for the Nordiques, their third. Bork able to clear it out. Karkner tries it right back. With help from Howarth into the Boston end. Lemlin trying to clear it out. Karkner able to keep it in. And a pass in front for Goulet. And it's fanned on by Howarth as Goulet set him up right near the net. Goulet for Peter Stastny. Back for Goulet. Goulet checked by Bork. Puck bounces free to Casper. Casper carries it out and clears. And takes a hit from Karkner, and they start to tangle. And Koharski keeping an eye on that. 1:20 left. Quebec power play. 3-0 Boston. Second period. Into center ice. Brown carries over the line. Checked by Kluzak. Cleared out by Casper. Knocked back in. Going for Calvin. Around the boards. It is out. And all the way to the Nordique zone. 1 minute left on the Nordique power play. 3 minutes played here in the second period. Karkner starts it. Up into center ice. The play is checked as Quinney tries to move for it. Good checking by O'Dwyer. Peterson and Telvin on the Boston defense. Middleton and O'Dwyer up front. On the power play, Brown center ice. The clear in. Oh, it takes a weird hop in front. And Middleton able to get it. Two Nordiques were there 30 feet in front of Lemlin. O'Dwyer breaks it up at center ice. Rocheford winding up 25 seconds on the Nordique power play. Rocheford carrying over the line. Swings it off on the left. Trying to set up a play with Jackson, and it bounces near Lemlin. He ties it up a face-off.
Well, good penalty killing by the Bruins. They're not really giving up many quality chances. Of course, that weird hop off one of the uprights that holds the puck into the end zone.
That was a weird hop. Now, anytime the Nordiques never expected it either. So, great penalty killing by Middleton and O'Dwyer. Pretty well took anything dangerous away from him.
Jeff Jackson, who was with Toronto last year, and then the Rangers. And
the big mistake here is Howarth missing the swipe from Goulet. He's all alone. He just, I don't know why he wanted to one-time it.
I don't either. That's about as difficult a chance as you can make, trying to one-time a puck in that close on you.
Yeah, just try to calm it down and then take your time and flip it up.
15 seconds left on the power play. Anton Stastny in deep on the face-off. Gets it back for Picard. Shot in just wide. Rebound. Back left point. Rocheford. Picard. He's outside the line.
Good call. A pass from Rocheford to Picard just outside the line. Not a good pass by Rocheford. Robert really couldn't come to the puck.
He puts a lot of wrist into his passing, Rocheford. You know, he a lot of wrist, a lot of hand turnover.
There
Just
it
got
is.
outside the blue line. Picard really almost kept it in.
That looked outside.
Fred is looking quite amazed here, as in was in. Fred, there was just a tiny bit of white between the blue and the puck.
We don't have one of those reverse angle cameras, or would put to rest all questions.
Next year.
Yeah.
A clear by Bork.
Mark Quinzel's got more stuff down there. You know, he's got replay stuff. He's one of the all-time greats. Get the great replays for us. Sharp as a tack.
Maybe we need one overhead, you know, looking right down.
Want one of those?
Center ice, sure.
On a beam. That can go up and down.
There you go. Trevor Steinberg, they've been waiting for him a couple of years to come along. Boy, he's a big kid with a baby face. Those are about 6'1", 190 pounds or so.
Looks like a Smurf.
Yeah.
Ron LaPointe now sending out the hitters. Karkner up at left wing, Donnelly at right wing, trying to stir things up. Maybe get a retaliatory penalty against the Bruins. And here right in front is Karkner with a shot, a save, and he's jamming, and here we go.
Al Peterson, no. Bob Sweeney and Trevor Steinberg. There's another matchup in behind the net.
Well, what happened? Sweeney here getting a little loose. Everybody's pairing off now. This could develop.
Miller and Donnelly. Steve Finn and Willie Flett.
The main boat is Miller. Everybody's going to watch that.
Wesley has Mahler. Ooh, Donnelly with a pretty good flip on Jay. Well, Finn trying to shake loose to go at it with Platt. Well, don't think for a second that Ron LaPointe didn't say to his fourth line, guys, now. I want you to go out and do it now. Guaranteed. LaPointe wasn't at all happy with the bench minor he got, and I think that put him in as much of a foul mood as the score did at the end of the first period.
Donnelly and Miller know exactly what went on. They put their little bouts on. Jay is a little dejected because he lost the balance, didn't lose the fight, to a complete draw. So nothing happened, just a little wrestling match, really.
Well, the only two guaranteed of not going to the box are Larson and Wesley. I would say that they will stay out on the ice. Now, is there a man here, or
no,
just 3 separate incidents?
Yeah, 3 separate. Probably won't even be an instigator.
Jay looks like it was Christmas morning all over again. I can't believe it. I got another Gord Donnelly doll. Just what I asked for.
Jay gets all bummed out when he gets if he ends up on the bottom. You know, when you get in the wrestling matches.
On another go, I'm sure.
Oh, they'll go again probably. Finn kind of calculated, took his time with Platt. Don't make any moves with Willie Platt, you know, and if you're going to jockey for position, make sure the one you get in works, because Platt could really, you know, he could KO you with one big hook. Muller and Wesley went dancing there pretty good, put on an excellent display of balance, counterbalance in a wrestling match. Wesley very good on his feet.
Well, it looks like a yard sale for hockey equipment down in the Bruin end.
I used to shoot the opponent's gloves in the crowd.
No, I just get your
Hook
stick
one
on it
and give it to our fans, yeah. Give him a Nordique glove, Jay. The Killer Miller.
Oh, I could see why Bob Sweeney may have gotten a little bit upset.
Well, here's you got Larson in here. Donnelly's just looking for Miller.
You see Steinberg off the face-off? Brought the stick right up between Sweeney's legs and lifted Bob off the ice.
That is a calculated antic that is used quite often.
And I'm assuming he who's on the other end of the stick does not feel all that special. Well, Miller's gone and Donnelly's gone.
5 minutes.
Wow, headbutting on the part of Platt.
Well, I knew he...
Game misconduct.
The Bruins are going to be shorthanded.
Take a look at it here. Here's Platt. See what he does. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He got you on for 5, big guy.
He got you. Good call. Boy, sometimes those go unnoticed.
Yeah,
You know, when you get in tight, but Willie not only brought the head down, he drew Finn into his helmet, got him right on the kisser.
Well, what they've done is they've got all the physical tough guys pretty out, except for Bork and Neely. And they got all Quebec's smooth, fancy, fast passers, skaters, fancy Dans alive.
Except this major penalty against Boston now, called at the 4-minute mark of the second period, and Nordiques with a power play for 5 minutes. Boston leading 3-0.
Ricky is playing exceptional. So is Casper and Burridge. So your penalty killers haven't getting some ice time, have been playing very well up to this point. This is a task that, as a penalty killer, I used to look on these and really be very confident. I didn't think that they would score on us. You know, so that's what you want to do. You want to take your ability to go out there and shut them down. You don't skate all over the building and hustle. You start playing your percentages, pick off and send it down the ice. It's a long kill, 5 minutes.
We had game misconducts to Donnelly and Jay Miller for their battle. And also Willie Plett gets the 5-minute. And I believe that Finn is also out.
Finn was the one with Plett. So they're both gone, right? Plett and Finn, Donnelly and Miller, and Sweeney and Steinberg, the guys who started it all, are the ones sitting in the box. They'll remain on hand for the game.
Put Courtnall in there in the box for 5 minutes, serve the penalty.
And the Bruins clear it. Casper firing it down. Kartner is back as a point man along with Brown, and up front the two Stastnys and Goulet. The long clear in, forcing Lemlin to handle it, and the Bruins fight for it over on the boards. Kluzak digging for it, and great play by Kluzak. He tied up Peter Stastny, and Bourque was able to clear. 4:30 left on the Quebec power play. At the Boston line, it trickles in. Goulet is knocked down. Lemlin gets it away to Middleton, and Middleton able to drop it down. Big play by Lemlin. He moved it right up. Nordiques wind up. They're down 3-0. Bruins with 2 power play goals. Goulet over the line. Watched by Wesley. Puck around the boards. O'Dwyer. Lemlin off Bourque. Brown battles to keep it in. It goes free to Wesley. Wesley behind the net. Drills it out with plenty of steam. And 3:50 left on the major against Willie Plett for headbutting. 14:47 left, second period, 3-0 Boston. Away comes Howard. Drive in the corner, the rebound Casper. Casper checked on the play. Trying to move it out. It is kept in by Eagles. Eagles moves it to Howard. Howard holding. Back now for Picard. Screen shot deflected but stayed wide. And Burridge gets it off the boards and clears it out. 3:20 left on the 5-minute major against Plett. Rochefort drives it in the corner. Lemlin hurries it around the boards. Kluzak there. Snaps it right out. Rochefort winding up now. 2 minutes have gone by on the major. 6 minutes played in the second period. Bruins with 2 power play goals. They lead 3-0. Rochefort in the center ice check. Howard broken up by Middleton. Again, key play by Middleton on the puck at the line. Back over the line. Ray Bourque breaks it up on Gillis and clears it right out. 2:40 left on the 5-minute major. Peter Stastny back out now. Goulet gets it up to Gillis. Checked by Kluzak on the puck. Bourque. And it deflects away to Casper. Bruins got a break on that one. And Bourque on the attack, but now cuts back as the Bruins change up. 2:20 left. Casper clearing it in deep. And Kartner starts it back for the Nordiques. Burridge forechecking. Puck is over the line for Peter Stastny. He drives it in the corner. Off the corner. Lemlin gets it. Trying to move it out. Stopped. A drive by Brown. He can drill it. Flex wide. Kept in by Gillis now at near the net. Brown to Goulet. Back for Brown. Lets it go. Blocked by Burridge. That hurt. Goulet keeps it in. Peter Stastny into the corner. Goulet on it. Back for Brown. Brown up for Goulet for Peter Stastny. Holding. Wheeling. Back for Brown. Tees it up. Screen shot deflected wide. Tip. That will down.
That went off Burridge.
Ties it up.
That went off Burridge's leg too. That's 2 shots he blocked. What a great little setup that was. Bruins working very hard on this shorthanded situation. Admirable. Killing it very well.
So hard that does not have a shot on Lemlin. 1:37 left.
Look at the shots on goal. 24-7.
Well, Quebec had 7 at the start of this major.
Wow.
And that's the way it stands. 1:37 left.
I felt confident prior to this them doing it. I did.
Did you say it on the air?
Yes. I said it kind of offhanded.
For the game or before the 5-minute penalty?
More than 5 minutes. You look at a 5-minute
Yeah,
penalty.
you're right.
You go out and kill. The way Middleton's been playing, and Casper and Burridge, I wasn't really looking for any major threats.
Oh, we're not home yet.
That's true. I didn't want to put the kiss of death on them. Now, if you guys talk me into it.
Oh, I say, eventually, Fred, you and I are going to get
the blame.
nailed with this one way or another. One way, Derek. One way.
Stastny's are out there with Goulet. Howard is on, and Linsman clears it. Linsman is on with O'Dwyer. He was out for the faceoff as a backup. Now he's replaced by Middleton. It's Bork and Kluzak. 12:23 left. Second period, 3-0 Boston. And on the major, 1:20 left. Howard gets it away to Brown. He's got a terrific shot. Puck fed in by Goulet. Blocked. Middleton. Clear it out. Down to 1:10 left. Winding up Anton Stastny. Center ice. Over the line. The drop pass. And it's intercepted now by Bork as it moved in near him. And he clears it away. 55 seconds left. Alan Howard winding up. Gets it away to Brown. Brown, good moves. Checked now by Casper and Burridge. And it's not cleared out. Harwood intercepts Casper. Puck batted around, and it's Burridge clearing. 38 seconds left. Bruins could tie a record. In the center ice, Peter Stastny over the line, holding. No shots by Quebec yet. On Lemlin. Peterson breaks it up, and the Bruins tip it out. 15 seconds left. Back now, Anton Stastny broken up by Telvin. Telvin clears it away. That's got to be a record, right? Here's Middleton, shorthanded. Throw drive. Blocked wide by Goslin as the Bruins almost scored shorthanded. And they kill off the 5 minutes without a Quebec Nordiques shot. The applause of the fans. Brown a drive, a save by Lemlin. And play is offside at the line. Couldn't hear the whistle with the cheers.
Standing ovation.
Great effort.
They put a there. Well, that was
Good
just
job. That was this one here. They've got to take that back down.
The 5 minutes without a shot.
5 minutes without a shot by the Nordiques. And that's got to be a record in the National Hockey League. Let's break for this message. Play and did not get a shot. Bruins kept them board. Neely in deep, battling for it on the boards, gets it free to Courtnall. Courtnall in front. It doesn't reach. It's Goslin knocking it away. Now in deep on the other side. Neely back for Wesley. Quick shot blocked by Cote. Cote breaks it out with Duchesne and Gillis. Back for Duchesne for Cote. Behind the net, trying to put it in front, blocked. And Courtnall it away for Linsman. Good pass to Neely. Over the line. His shot is blocked wide by Picard. Duchesne in deep. Now Mahler with it. Halfway through the game right now, Boston leads 3-0. They say the Neely goal, which we call the power play with 1 second left, is Cote's shot, is not a power play.
Now they've got to change that, Fred. There was 1 second left to go in the double penalty.
Bork over the line for Sweeney. Sweeney dropping it in front, intercepted by Karkner. Karkner out now with Quinney. Quinney on Bork, stopping, cutting. Drops it right outside the line, and breaking his Courtnall. Lets it go, and a save by Goslin. Oh, what a break. Quinney dropped that, and it sent Courtnall away. Crowder in deep, battling for it. Now to the left. Now Goslin fires there. Sweeney fires, gets it, puts it in front, and Crowder couldn't get a handle to it. Sweeney fighting for it. Quinney clearing this one into the stands, and the faceoff called. 9:10 left, second period, with the score of Boston 3, Quebec nothing. We'll be back in just a minute.
Little play this is. A little dump through here by Ricky Middleton. Waits for the time. A little flip and lie down. Billy O'Dwyer, great move to come back on Goslin, but Goslin just had his goal stick out there.
Boston 25 shots, Quebec 9. Nordiques without a shot on net in the 5-minute major. Here's Goulet over the line, but he is way offside. 9:02 left, second period. 3-0 Boston on goals by Middleton, Linsman, and Neely.
Michel Goulet, one of the best left wingers in the business.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Quiet today,
play.
though.
Well,
Which
when
is
you
good.
get your big goals, though, you got to get those goals, those 50, 60 goal scores. You got to get them in the 2-1 games.
You know, you love those players that just the sight makes you nervous.
Yeah.
Just the sight
Very
of them coming under the
ill-amused.
Yep.
Very little amusement like that. Gretzky doesn't worry me. That's what bothers me. I cannot. He wouldn't scare me if I. But Lemieux, yeah. Brian Trottier, yeah.
We may not see Gretzky Monday night. That'd be a shame.
Rumor has it that he's injured his knee in a fight. Strictly rumor.
Boston line is O'Dwyer with Byers and Middleton. And the puck out, and a break here by Peter Stastny. Picking up Anton, but forced to clear it in deep as Middleton checked him.
Great play by Ricky Middleton.
And a quick clear out now by Telvin. Going for it, Middleton over the line, and picking it up is O'Dwyer. Can't get it. Loose puck, Middleton. Trying to put it in front, can't. Byers kicks it away. Telvin, a shot. Caught by Goslin.
He has a fantastic glove. That kid's reflex is outstanding, Goslin.
Ricky Middleton is having a terrific night. He is just playing superb.
Well, the whole team using anything they could. Skates, gloves, legs to keep this thing in the zone. It's a wonder they didn't end up kicking it in just to finish off the play.
You know, I like that line, Byers, you know, with Middleton and O'Dwyer. Billy O'Dwyer stabilizes the defense, and Middleton can get the puck to either one of them. This was already over the net, but looked great.
Pretty.
Casper rolls it across in front, and Picard with it for the Nordiques. Can't clear it out. Wesley kept it in. Now it bounces out, and Howarth breaks. A speedster. Over the line. Pass in for Cote. Broken up by Casper. Fought for. Bruins clear it outside the line. Picard has to wait for teammates to clear. And moving it in, it is Reed Larson going back, and finally it is called offside. The Nordiques didn't clear the zone. Boston 3, Quebec nothing. We'll be back after this message. There's Rice. Batted back to Reed Larson. Larson hits Burridge with a pass. The Bruins are skating and passing as well as they have all year. And a fake on Picard, moving it right in front was Casper. Couldn't get the shot away. Peterson keeps it in. It wide of the net. The rebound taken by Crowder. 3-0 Boston. Here's a pass in front to Burridge from Casper. Doesn't work. Crowder wheels it around. Tried to drop it to Larson. Couldn't do it, and Cote breaks it out with the Eagles. The pass up is stopped by Peterson. Allen winding up behind the net. Off to Larson. A lead for Crowder. Bruins right on top of the Nordiques. Crowder is hit by Duchesne. Nordiques started back. Mike Gillis, center ice. Pops it in wide of Lemlin. What for behind the net. Gillis able to get it. Checked by Peterson. Around the boards, it is Duchesne fighting for it. He's checked all the way by Linsman. Calvin. Duchesne battling. Nordiques keep it in. Gillis a shot. It's blocked by Peterson. And they knocked the helmet off Gillis. Gillis shaken up on that one. And Ron LaPointe steaming. He wants a call on Peterson, who de-helmeted that Gillis. It's back right for Telvin. Telvin, a shot, save. Oh, he blistered that. Linsman keeps it in. Try to set up Telvin. Can't do it. Duchesne was spilled in the move for it. 6:30 left. Second period. 3-0 Boston. Puck back to the Boston line. And it's Byers. A lead. Too far. And Middleton can't handle it. Rochefort, a quick clear up. And out. Bork back to cover it. Bork gets it away to Byers. He can't hang on. Now picks up the puck. Breaks with Kruzak. Lyndon Byers holding. Tried to pass it through to Middleton. Goes deep. Kruzak in deep. Covering for him, Bill O'Dwyer. Bruins battle for it in the Nordique zone. On the boards. Batted away. Goes back to the right point. And Ray Bork is there. Bruins right on top of it. And it deflects in a save. Centering pass by Middleton. Knocked away by Goslin. Another pass for O'Dwyer. For Byers. Quick pass. Stopped by Goslin.
Linda didn't get anything on that.
Bruins 3, Quebec nothing. We'll be back in just a minute.
I think Byers is giving it back to him. The corner. Middleton dumps it out. Goes in the corner again, and now he makes the play out to O'Dwyer. Now he gets it to Byers, who doesn't really have a backhand for it. He was trying to slide it back across, but Billy never got there either.
Indeed. It is Crowder battling for it. Picard hit by Casper. Gets it around to Karkner. Karkner is hit by Burridge, and the Bruins Larson keeps it in. Now it bounces up out of the zone. Bruins back checking. Cote trying to break with it. Gives it to the trailer Picard. Wrapped in. Larson. Oh, and smashed. Had his head down and took a rugged hit from Eagles. Markner intercepts the clear out. Tries to put it back for Harworth. It's broken up by Wesley. Goes into the stands in a face-off call. And the Bruins for 15 minutes have played as fine a bit of hockey as they have all year long.
And not only all year long, what you've seen in the first, 35 minutes is as good a hockey as you're going to see any club play. They are playing off each other. They're feeling, they're turning, they're picking. Here Larson, Reed. Uh-oh. Get the number of that truck. Mike Eagles coming in and popped him a shot.
You had to hear Eagles huffing and puffing and snorting coming in.
Yeah, just about as I trained. But the Bruins are playing exceptionally good hockey. Their timing's good.
They've outshot the Nordiques 27-9. Puck back to Rochefort. Shot blocked. Bruins trying to clear it. Can't. Right in front. Gillis. Save Lemlin on Gillis. Backing it up. Puck loose. Jam. Gillis keeps battling for it. A big pile-up, and they couldn't put it by. Gillis had the great setup, and Lemlin made the stop.
Boy, and with Reggie out, the rest of the guys came in behind him to make sure that that puck didn't get into the net. Paul Gillis is poking away.
Here it goes. Reggie. Found himself a home here, Lemlin. Great save there. Tries to get it, but he gets hit.
Peterson.
Al Peterson is a man of the hour there. Now, somebody should prop Eagles, and Myers was gonna, but the whistle was already blown dead.
He can't handle that puck in the crease.
No, he can't.
That's a penalty shot.
He never handled it.
He didn't, though, right?
No, right. He did not handle it.
You can knock it down with the glove. It's not handling it.
But you can't fall on it. He was in the crease, but he can't fall on it.
There's a lot of ways of bending the rules just a little bit. That wasn't exactly an example, but there's ways of getting around that sort of thing in the crease.
Yeah, if we were doing Nordique radio, we'd probably say it should have been a penalty shot.
Nordique radio?
Well, television. Well, they're in French, Fred. The television's in French. They have English radio, Fred. See, you jumped on me, and I
Quebec does not have English radio.
Oh, okay. You had to bring that up, eh?
Notice how he tried to tiptoe out of that.
Great save on Mahler by Lemlin. A right pad out. 4:44 left in the second period. Boston leads 3-0. It's clear by Peterson. Called icing.
Tomorrow night at 7, Nesson will bring you continuing coverage of the Tucker Anthony Golf Classic, and a couple of sandbaggers of the highest caliber. Fred Cusick and Derek Sanderson will host this quarterfinal action as the Framingham Golf Club takes on the Bay Point Country Club. That's the Tucker Anthony Golf Classic tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, only on Nesson. We deliver.
And don't forget Clive Cioli there.
Right. I don't know if he's a sandbagger or not. I do know you two are.
Oh, yeah. Clyde's right there.
Is that right?
No doubt about it.
He'll look at you and say his game's terrible and go out and shoot 70?
One of the strongest 10s in New England.
Peter Stastny digging for it in deep. 3-0 Boston along the boards. Out comes Courtnall. Bruins move 4 men up. In the center, Lindsman. Over the line for Ork. In for Neely. Looking for Courtnall, and it didn't work. Looked very pretty. Could have paid off as the Bruins put 4 men up that time. Right back comes Peter Stastny. Drives it in the corner looking for the rebound. Goulet checked with it. Bork flipped it up and out of the zone to relieve the pressure. 4 minutes left in the second period. It is 3-0 Boston. Neely scored in this second period. We thought it was a power play. The clock shows second left. Here comes Lindsman in the center ice. Off for Courtnall. And the Bruins, this line is putting on some dazzling work. Lindsman, Courtnall, and Neely. Peter Stastny over the line. Drop pass for Anton Stastny. Checked by Kluzak, broken up. Courtnall wheels it around the boards. Goulet trying to keep it in. Now Lyndon Byers comes out of the corner with it. Up and out of the zone on a clear up the boards. 3:28 left in the second period. It is 3-0 the Bruins. Goals by Middleton, Lindsman first period, and Neely in the second. Bruins drive it away. Will be called for icing as Picard is back.
I think Terry O'Reilly has found himself a legitimate first line.
Hey, if you're a fan of college basketball, then Nesson is the place to be this Wednesday night. Starting at 7, Nesson brings you a full night of college hoops, starting with Calhoun's Corner at 7. The show featuring the University of Connecticut coach Jim Calhoun. And if you like your basketball closer to home, stay tuned at 7:30 for the premiere of Eagles 88 with Boston College coach Jim O'Brien. Then Nesson takes you to the court for live Southeast Conference action at 8 when Auburn plays host to Florida. So if college is your game, you'll want to be with Nesson this Wednesday night starting at 7. It's college basketball at its best, and Nesson's got it.
Alan Harworth on the faceoff, off to the left as we look at Terry O'Reilly behind the Boston bench.
Terry O'Reilly was very happy back there. Everybody on his hockey club is moving, playing the way he wants them to. That's a highlight in a season when everybody starts clicking after 40 games.
O'Dwyer, good face-off man, wins it. Larson, Wesley moved it seemingly out. No, they say Eagles kept it in. He's intercepted by O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer clears it, falls down, clears it in the Nordiques zone. 3 minutes left. Byers in there with a good hit in the corner. Round Wesley keeps it in. Pass up, blocked, and the Nordiques Eagles trying to come out, can't do it. Picard able to move it out. Back checking. Middleton has it. Middleton with the first goal of the game, and the Bruins have added 2. Middleton breaks it center ice. A lead pass too far for Byers. Cleared out, covered by Larson. He's intercepted by Harworth, who can't move on it, and the Eagles is side. Holding it is Wesley. They could blow the whistle any minute now. Still, arm is up, and now they blow it, and it should have been blown 30 seconds ago. It was obvious offside with the puck deep in the Boston end.
Well, once he was trapped, once he had the delay going, he hoped that it would be a good clearing play. And God, Billy O'Dwyer nearly got murdered in the in-between, but Billy O'Dwyer gets a hold of it to punch it out. Should have been a whistle. He sees him coming, took a little peek before he went in, decides, let's jump up out of the way. Whoa, almost a little dance at the end. Billy O'Dwyer playing very well.
The Boston line is Crowder, Casper, and Burridge. Over the line, Carter trying to move in. Stopped by Telvin. A quick clear out, too far for Burridge. I'm going to call it icing. 2:09 left here in the second period. Boston with 27 shots, Quebec with 12. And the feature of the game, a major penalty against Willie Plett in the second period. And the Bruins did not allow a shot on Reggie Lemlin. I have never seen that happen.
You haven't?
No. I can't believe a team couldn't muster a shot with a man advantage for 5 minutes. And a team of the capability of Quebec, even more so.
Goulet, yeah, well. Come to think of it, I've never ever heard mention of it before.
Well, I'm sure no records are kept of it, but I would
tie a record. You're not going to do much.
Back of the point, Carter bounces it in. A save by Lemlin. A threat there. He just put a quick wrist shot in, and back comes Burridge. Burridge gets it over the line, blocked, and Jackson starts it back with Gillis up the right wing side. Not much skating room. And he's broken up, and back comes Casper. His pass stopped by Kartner. Harassed by the Bruins. Forechecking Casper and Crowder. They break him up, and it's off for Telvin. A drive, and it's blocked by Kartner. Oh, he listed that shot, and the puck cleared out. Peterson wraps it away into the Nordique zone. 1:32 left, second period. Been a great second period for the Bruins with that penalty killing. Gillis, long shot in. Lemlin tosses it off for Bork. Casper up on the right for Neely, who just came on. Neely has one of the 3 goals around the boards. Bork, mobile, puts it in front, and a drop pass for Courtnall. The Linsman didn't work on a break. Partial breakaway. Goulet, shot for save by Lemlin. Puck in front, save again on Peter Stastny. Puck loose. Bruins try to start it out, and they do. 2 great stops. Here's a break. Linsman and Courtnall 1-1. Linsman scores! And a return pass from Jeff Courtnall to make it 4-0 Boston.
What a hockey game this has turned out to be if you're a Boston Bruins fan. They clicking on all 8 cylinders of one. Reggie Lemlin comes up with 3 big saves. Down the other end of the building. Courtnall to Linsman to Courtnall to Linsman. Great play. Kenny Linsman never really expected it back. Jeff Courtnall turned it into a complete hockey player. Picked up his 3rd assist, I believe.
Jeff Courtnall, who has 21 goals, has 3 assists and the 4 goals. Linsman with 2 scores. Now that climaxes a great period for Boston. Neely breaks it up at the Boston line. Now winding up to Shane. Wraps it in. 4-0 Boston. Around the boards. Waller able to keep it in. Bork going for it. Gets it away to Courtnall. Bork back for Courtnall, and he can't move. Bork out-hustles Peter Stastny. Gets it. The Bruins just dominating as they outskate, outpass, out-hustle Quebec. Marvelous period here. This one moving in and a high stick. Somebody reached up. Courtnall throws a punch over on the boards, and another bit of fisticuffing here, as we had a wild scene earlier. And
Glenn Wesley reached around, grabbed Peter Stastny by the neck.
Ken Linsman finishing off that play, and what a season he is having, Derek.
Wait, yeah. The last 20, 22 games, he's played just terrific. You know, that brought the Bruins. Neither was Kenny Linsman to come around. He's completed his game. He's playing so well. He got Neely on the right side, Courtnall on the left. You got 55 goals in that line. An established, classy first-rate line in this NHL this year. As good as any.
Well, as you pointed out, we know what Linsman and what Neely can do. Courtnall is emerging now. Complete player.
Complete player. He's handling the puck so well. In the old days, last year, Kenny Linsman never would have got this back in a million years. That immediate bing-bing play back to him, just there's nothing Gosselin could do about it. But, you know, we talked earlier about Courtnall, and if he establishes the pass, he was being shut down. He was getting 5, 6, 7 shots a game last year and earlier this year. But he learned to establish the pass, much like in the NFL, establish the run before you can establish the passing game. And Courtnall's done that. Now goaltenders can't figure him. They don't know where he's going to let go that big shot or he's going to make the play. And lately he's been making the play, racking up the assists.
Courtnall gets a penalty, 2 minutes for roughing, 14 seconds left. You'll see him throw the first punch.
Here. Well, get a bit of a jam here. A little tap, nothing serious.
Well, with his thumb, he can't
take the glove off. The spike sticks out about an inch out at the end of his thumb. He's got it's not a, what am I thinking of?
Pin in there.
The pin is in there, Fred, but what, you believe that? Not a cast.
At any rate, he's unable really to take the glove off. It fits that tightly because of that thumb condition.
So he figured he threw a punch with the glove on.
And right now, Boston shorthanded, 10 seconds left in the second period. Brown to clear in. Puck kept in, and a backhander and a quick save on Tay by Lemlin. Puck wrapped around the boards, and that will do it in a second period that was superb by Boston, and on just occasional threats by the Nordiques, Reggie Lemlin able to handle them, and he made a couple of key saves before the Bruins broke out for their 4th goal.
There's no doubt about it. I tell you, hard to believe that the Nordiques are skating as fast and as hard and as well as they are, and they're really not in the play at all. It's just the puck is not bouncing for them at all.
Well, the Bruins are out skating them, out hustling them, and out passing them, and leading 4-0. With the score, Boston 4, Quebec 0. We'll have intermission highlights in just a minute. Thank you, Tom. And it's 4-0 the Boston Bruins. You think of the goal scoring, but I think defense is winning this game.
Well, what happens when you start getting 1-goal games and 2-goal games and then a couple of shutouts? The Bruins have been playing awful well defensively lately, but the shutouts are really something that it's a team effort. The goaltending is, you know, it's an intricate part of it. Everybody starts to feel, hey, we can play disciplined defense, and you really start to feel that no one's going to score on you. The offense takes care of itself. That's the way the Bruins are playing now, with a tremendous amount of confidence. They're handling the puck. They're taking chances because they know the goaltending's behind them.
Well, the story of the game has to be killing that 5-minute major penalty against Willie Plett, and the Quebec Nordiques not being able to get a shot Very hard for me to comprehend that when you have Goulet and the two Stastnys.
That one rattles you, does it?
Oh, I can't believe it.
Well, the Boston Bruins in the last 37 times short, I believe, have allowed 1 goal, which is going to put them in the range of 98%, 98.5%, which is just absolutely phenomenal. Courtnall is going to try to garner it in here, but it bounces on him. Now, Gordy Kluzak follows up, pops it into center ice there. Now, Stastny tries to get it over to Linsman. At that point, it's picked off by Kenny. Crosses the blue line. Well, right here, you have Picard and Linsman, right? Those two guys are together, but this whole side of the building belongs to Courtnall. And now, Picard, if he had have shaded over and taken Courtnall away and left Linsman, the shooter, to Goslin, would have been better off. But then the complete return pass just kind of completely beats Goslin. A great play by Courtnall. But Goslin didn't know which one to pick up. An excellent goal.
Now with 2 goals in the game. If he listens to the tape of this one or watches tonight, he will have had a hat trick. I gave him that goal that Neely scored.
Maybe he'll get another one.
Right now, Boston short-handed. Goulet trying to move in. He's checked. Kluzak digs it free behind the net and makes the clear up off Burridge and into the Bruins bench, and a face-off called in the Boston zone. 1:31 left on the Nordiques power play.
You know, talking to John Cuniff before the game, you know, talking about the power play and that, and he said, you know, when you think about it, if you give each team, say, 10 minutes at the man advantage, you're going to spend about 20 minutes a game either short or with the man. That means 2/3 of the game is spent even strength. That's why, even though the power plays seem to figure so prominently now, you still have to be able to play 5-a-side, and that's why they've been so successful.
Back of the point, kept in by Howarth. 4th forward on the power play. Karkner in deep. Gets a return pass from Peter Stastny, holding. Now behind the net for Peter, off to Karkner again. Kasper after him, and it is poked up, not out. Karkner keeps it in deep to Peter Stastny. Quinney is in front, knocked away, and kept in by Howard at the point. Bruins may get a breakout short-handed bid, but here's Peter Stastny to Goulet, puts it in. Kick out save, left pad by Lemlin. On the boards, Howard checked, but Goulet keeps it in. Big play by Kasper, breaking up Goulet, and the clear by Burridge. What a play by Steve Kasper. 44 seconds on the power play. Goulet shot, save Lemlin. Long rebound, and Middleton able to wrap it out. Howarth winding up. Middleton in pursuit. Howarth swings it away. A wild pass, though. Larson on it, able to clear it out. Knocked back in, cleared away again by Larson. And we're down to 24 seconds left on the power play. Just underway, 3rd period, 4-0 Boston. Gillis center ice, checked. Middleton on it, can't get it. Wesley with it, can't clear it. Puck kept in on the boards. Middleton trying to move it out. Fell down, popped in the air, batted away by O'Dwyer. And back for it Brown, and that kills off the penalty. The Bruins have killed off 11 minutes on Detroit advantages. In deep, puck in front, stopped by Linsman. Linsman for Byers. Byers up for Neely. Neely over the line, but can't control it. Eagles takes a hit from Byers. Rattling hit. Gillis is back with a threat. A lead in for Brown, the defenseman. Checked by Telvin. Anton Stastny around the boards. Going for Neely. Telvin able to get it. Very strong game by Michael Telvin. Here's a drive now that misses the net from the far side by Peter Stastny. Bruins trying to move it out. Byers works it out. Linsman gets it away. Neely fairly open, coming on Rochefoot. Fakes, tried to give it off for the trailer Telvin. It didn't work. Kept in by Byers on the right wing side, and Terry O'Reilly making line changes. 17-18 left, 3rd period, 4-0 Boston. 2 again Linsman. 3 assists by Courtnall. Puck deflects in the stands. Face-off call.
Gee, they're playing well.
With the score, Bruins 4, Quebec nothing. We'll be back in a minute. Face on ice. Boston at full strength. Bork, beautiful pass up the center to Burridge. Burridge wheels it in the zone. Back is Mahler. Randy Mahler, Nordique defenseman. Moves it off to Picard, up to Cote. Takes a lot of time moving it out, and the pass goes deep, where Kluzak wheels, starts it up, hit the official Koharski, and that gives break. Back to cover is Crowder. The Bruins have been doing that, working hard, two-way hockey. Casper clears it in. Burridge going for it as Goslin tipped it to the boards, and the Nordiques started out. Looking for Cote. He's checked by Crowder. Crowder back over the line. Burridge bearing in. Shot. Scores! Randy Burridge put it over the shoulder of Goslin to make it 5-0 Boston.
Randy Burridge, Dave, I was talking to him before the game. He had his model, the stick. You get your model. It was disrupted, not the same number as he's always had. He struggled with getting goals in the last 2-3 weeks. So he's back in Buffalo, went over to Fort Erie, right here with a great play from Crowder. He shoot it from out there. He beat him. Now he's 12 feet out of the net. But he went back over the river to Fort Erie, and he had some old sticks. So I got to get my shooters. So he went over to Fort Erie, got the sticks. Now this is the first time he's had them. Fort Erie special.
5-0 Boston. Queenie pokes it in deep. And a fight behind the play. Bob Sweeney is going here with Karkner.
Ooh, he draw a good one here. Karkner's a battle. Oh, he got him with a shot.
Got him twice left.
You know, you watch Bob Sweeney here getting into it with Karkner. Alan Peterson in the last month has gotten very aggressive.
Yeah.
I mean, if you weren't aggressive before the season began, you're aggressive now.
The Bruins will make you aggressive.
Yeah.
It's just their style. It's contagious.
Well, Sweeney has wound up with Miller and Platt, and he has to uphold their honor. They're kicked out of the game, right?
Uphold their honor.
Exactly.
We're in the third period with Boston 5 and Quebec nothing.
Helped Sweeney into the Quebec bench, and Bob took exception to that. Bob said, all right, fine, here we go.
Sweeney and Karkner, very tough boys. Sweeney held his own there.
There's Karkner. When they were ushering the players into the box, Ron Asseltine had his arm around Bob Sweeney, speaking to him very softly and almost like a father-son chat.
He was asking if he knows any good restaurants in Concord.
Yeah, probably.
The draw back to Ray Bork. Up the boards. Middleton. A lead for Byers. Byers can't move in. And coming back is Steinberg. Now Peter Stastny. 5-0 Boston. A steal by O'Dwyer. 2-1 with Byers. Holds. Goes deep. Oh, hit the post. Made a great play. Puts it for Bork. Breaking. Can't get the shot away. Wheels back for Kluzak. The shot blocked. Middleton in front. And O'Dwyer couldn't quite get it to drive it home.
What
And
a great move, Fred, that O'Dwyer put on him. Throws Goslin. Then he just ran out of room and hit the post.
Boy, in college, Billy O'Dwyer was a great goal scorer for Boston College. And I'm sure since he came into the pros, he's had to concentrate more on his defensive play, but he does have the ability.
Here's the fifth shot that holds Goslin up. Now he's got him moving. He could have cut across. The defenseman had been there. Just not enough.
Byers tried to get that left skate out in position to be able to kind of eke the rebound in.
Oh, it looks so nice when it's around the net. Here's Dwyer trying to tip it in. He tipped it into his own foot, or he would have got a goal there. Just, that was his balance foot, the foot he had to keep on the ice.
Well, Mario Goslin must feel alone down there. The Bruins are just all over him.
Boston 29 shots, Quebec 18, 15:26 left, third period. Linsman, Courtnall, Neely. 3 assists for Jeff Courtnall this afternoon. 2 goals by Linsman, 1 by Neely. Nordiques try to come out. Neely checks it. Checked by Eagles. They battle. That may explode. Around the boards, it is wrapped and deflected into the stands by a Nordique. And a face-off call. Try to clear it was Jack.
Don Koharski said to Cam Neely, "Now behave yourself."
Behave yourself.
Cam's looking for Eagles and trying to decide now. Do I
Should
just
I or
skate away and
shouldn't I?
forget it, or do I go back after
I
him?
think I better do a little. He come off the boards awful strong. Nobody behind him. He jumped between the two of them. Here's the cross check that Neely doesn't like. The second one now. Now he pushes off.
We won't get a chance to see it, but it's the stare at the end of all that that always
Got
does
the
it
eyes.
to you.
Cam Neely has the eyes.
Killer
And you
eyes.
believe him when he tells you, hit me like that again, you're going to get it.
5 minutes played, third period. Boston leads 5-0. Nordiques trying to break it out. Telvin stops the play. With Peterson, back to Telvin. Telvin clears it in. Around the boards, Mahler and Neely. And Neely went down, gave him a hit, but wound up on the ice, but went right after Mahler. Courtnall away for Telvin. Can't move in. Courtnall gets it across now for Wesley. Wesley pass up, stopped by Cote. Away to Harworth. Right up the middle. Quick shot. Hit the post. And Lemlin has it. Oh, came right off the post to Reggie Lemlin.
Hey, when you live in the right, you get those breaks.
And you live in the good life.
My buddy, the post. They're chanting Reggie. How about goal post, goal post?
You'll see from this shot, there wasn't really much that saw. Got just past his foot, and what was left was the post. Neely said he got knocked down. He nearly put him in the end of the building. Now he lost his balance. Oh.
On the draw crowd out, he set up Burridge for the 5th goal. Play broken up by Brown, back in the Boston end. Reed Larson. Good pass to Burridge, break with Casper. Flips it ahead for Casper, drops it, and Crowder couldn't reach it. Good play making, though, by the Bruins. They are moving and skating. Here they come again. Casper, pass blocked by Rochefort. Puck cleared out, Wesley on it. Wesley checks 2 of the Nordiques. Is spilled on the play by Quinney. Puck batted around. Now Brown. Flipping it over the Boston line, stopped by Larson. Larson off the boards for Burridge. Burridge comes off the boards. Able to clear it out. Checked by Duchesne. Crowder. Now winding up, it is Harworth again. Pass up, stopped by Larson. Larson trying to move it back. But Casper can't do it. Quinney clears it in wide of Reggie Lemlin. Larson battling Gillis for it. Puck bounces over to Kluzak. Kluzak out for O'Dwyer. Break here with Crowder. O'Dwyer on the move. Going deep. Cuts it in front and couldn't finish it off. Bill O'Dwyer on the attack. Puck cleared out. Center ice. Raybork with it. Now to Lyndon Byers. 7 minutes played. Third period. 5-0 Boston. Byers trying to move it in. Goes in deep. Mahler trying to clear it out. Puck driven away by the Nordiques. Jackson will be icing. 12:45 left. Third period. 5-0 Boston. And I have
Terry O'Reilly's got them playing with heart, boy.
Peter Kelleher, sixth grader from the Wixon School down in Cape Cod, our guest here. His father, Steve, just a superb 8 handicap golfer at Hyannisport, Derek. He'd really give you a battle.
Well, then we'll have to line that up. I challenge me and Peter, his boy, play you and him this summer, and we'll see.
Well, you play with Patrick, and I'll play with Steve.
All right, I got Patrick.
I'm going to go find Jim Hallett and play the 2 of you.
Yeah. O'Dwyer on the rush. 5-0 Boston. This is a sellout crowd. 14,451. Goulet drives it in off Bork's stick. In deep goes Peter Stastny. Takes a hit from Bork. Bruins work it out. Lindsman, center ice. A lead for Neely. Too far. Gosselin out of the net. Loose puck. Courtnall couldn't put it in as he's knocked down. Puck sped in front by Lindsman. Oh, a body contact there. The body's flying. In deep, Neely. Neely with a check on Peter Stastny. And I don't think Peter's been hit that hard since Bork did it in the first period.
Did he get hit?
Okay.
I'm glad I'm up here, I'll tell you.
Goulet trying to move in. He's checked. And away comes Crowder. Crowder to Lindsman over the line. Hat-trick bid, and it's blocked. He goes in deep to get it, puts it in front on a deflection off to Peterson. Peterson a drive, a save, Goslin. It is back to Telvin. Telvin, pass in, tip, save off Lindsman by Goslin. Coming 30 feet out, and a fight. Eagles and Crowder.
I think it's Randy Mahler, Fred.
Randy Mahler, yep.
Boy, the way everybody's been hitting here. Somebody uniform had to get frustrated sooner or later and fight back. Oh, Randy's throwing a lot of punches, but he's getting nothing but plastic.
They just got a hold of each other's arms at this point. Mahler trying to get loose. Crowder trying to get loose. Mahler had hold of both his arms.
Oh, Mahler took a heavy hit from Neely. Dasty, a heavy hit from Neely. Randy said, hey, look, enough of this.
Enough.
You know, you guys...
Enough of this. Now, you want to see an example of body checking. Clean body checking. Now, Neely's going for it. Knocks him into his goaltender. Gordon just couldn't put a handle on it.
Oh, if that's a right-handed shot coming in, that's in the net.
Now, here's Neely coming in the corner. Wham. Oh, good night, Charlie.
That's
smart.
Peter.
Yeah.
Peter.
Oh, Peter doesn't like that at all. He may check out for the next game. He may get the Boston Bruin flu.
Oh, Peter came to play physically in the first period, picked up a couple of chippy penalties, but now the boys are pushing him around and beating him up.
Chippy's got nothing to do with tough. A lot of guys play chippy.
Hey, I don't know if you guys were aware of it. Bob Wilson, the radio voice of the Bruins, his daughter had a baby Christmas Day, a little baby girl,
Yeah.
granddaughter.
Show me a picture.
How about that?
Gorgeous baby.
Winding up, Jeff Brown clears it. Telvin off for Peterson. The Bruins defense, as you can understand, with only 19 Quebec shots, has been terrific, and that starts with the forwards. They have been flying. Alan Howarth winds up. Casper bothering him. He works it over the line. He drops it off on the right for Queenie. Pass stopped. And behind the play, penalty. Peterson hooking. And Queenie.
Now, Michael Telvin was going to get a hooking call and will anyway. He hooked Howarth, who had broken through after he dropped off. Howarth went right to the net. And Telvin was afraid he was going to get the return pass and just put a hook on him. And that's what Koharski was calling originally. But here's Big Al Peterson and Dan Quinney.
I love games like
Quinney,
this.
excuse me.
Team Bruins Hockey Live from Boston Garden on Nesson.
Wanted that to end so bad you don't fool with Cam Neely.
If you're wondering what happened, just as we broke, Mike Eagles stuck his stick up in Al Peterson's face. And Neely was on the ice and said, you do not do that. And went right after Eagles, and Eagles pretty much had to put up or shut up.
He backed away. I never seen anybody back away that long. Eagles just really didn't hard at Neely. Could have got himself killed for it.
Terry's saying, yeah, we're playing Bruin hockey.
It's the way we play it here, Glenn.
I don't believe I've seen Terry smile this many times during the course of a game.
I meant that earlier, Dave. He was. I mean, I see he looks very pleased back there. You know? Hardly contain himself.
Cam is gone for the day, and Eagles is gone as well for the rest of this game.
Well, the rest of the Nordiques are very happy that Eagles got Neely out for the rest of the game. They're not going to be hit anymore.
Yeah. Now watch Eagles with the stick. Peterson just got through going with Quinney. Watch Eagles put the stick up in his face.
At this point now, Neely wants him. Neely backs off. Come on, let's go, you and I. Now Eagles keeps getting out of the picture. Well, What are you waiting back there for?
Stalking his prey.
Uh-oh, he's closing in on me.
Well, the Eagles did slip a left in there. That's all they got out of that, though.
Lucky Eagles ducked a couple of times.
Actually, the Eagles was very fortunate.
Oh, yeah, because he threw 3 or 4 dandies. Eagles saw him coming and ducked.
Well, the Bruins will hand it because before all of this broke out, Kelvin was going to get a hooking call.
You'd think they'd forget that.
Yeah, Koharski doesn't forget. Remember when he stuck his arm up for the first time. And while you're enjoying the action of this afternoon's game, you can be planning a trip to the Garden to see the Bruins in action. Telethon is open tonight until 8 to take your MasterCard, Visa, and American Express phone reservations for any and all of the home games remaining on the 87-88 schedule. Tickets are also available at the Garden box office and at over 50 Ticketron outlets throughout New England. Call Telethon now at 1-800-382-8080 or in Boston at 720-3434. And Mike Eagles, for that little stick maneuver on Alan Peterson, picked up a 5-minute spearing call.
You know, it's just a short little spear in the face, but I tell you, it's around somebody's eyes. National League is not going to stand for that anymore. Whether it's a bluff or not, you got a 5-minute major for us.
Well, that nullifies what would have been a Quebec power play. 5-0 Boston with 11:03 left, third period.
This is Ron LaPointe's first trip in here as a head coach. He's beginning to find out what it's like in the Garden. He sent his boys out on one shift when it all broke loose there in the second period. He said, well, look, you know, we're going to get physical with that too. We'll try to get the drop on them, but it doesn't always work that way. I wonder how much time he'll spend in front of the projector watching the films from this one. Terry's still smiling. Eh?
Terry's just happy. He's enjoyed day.
I guess.
Coach doesn't get to enjoy too many games, but when your team's hitting on all 8 cylinders and flying, handling the puck, skating, hitting, taking the body, coming back checking, got your lanes, doing it all, then you can sit back and say, well, we got a 5-goal lead. I think I can relax.
Well, Quinney and Mahler are in there for their goes with Crowder and Peterson. Steinberg is serving Eagles 5-minute major for spearing.
8 guys left on the Bruins bench.
Stretch out.
Oh, yeah, put your feet up.
Each team short a man. And Boston with Kluzak and Bork, Middleton and Sweeney. Sweeney into center ice and played it back in the Boston end, and Anton Stastny moves in, gets it to Howarth, and Howarth slides it back for Brown and misfires. His Middleton all alone. Saved by Gosselin. But Middleton scored the important one, though, the first goal of the game. A lead for Anton Stastny on the left wing side is offside. Rick scored when they needed it.
That's a sign of a pro.
Mario stands right up to him here. He does not flinch.
He didn't go for the 5-hole. He tried to go upside as blocker. Tries to get it up a little bit.
See how much of a between the pads opportunity he had. Nothing.
Not much.
Nothing.
So he tried to change his mind late, and the redirect kind of just his glove. Nice save by Gosselin. Very stand-up save. He did not commit to Middleton.
10:30 left. Third period, 5-0 Boston. Goals by Middleton, 2 by Lindsman, Neely, and Burridge. For the Nordiques, they can't move in. By with O'Dwyer. Karkner over the line, and the play is offside. And I just have not seen Ray Bork play so physically mean.
Playing mean, Fred. He's playing mean. There's no. I like to see it too. He's a strong boy. He can handle it.
Have you ever seen the legs on him?
Oh yeah.
Well, he's got weightlifter's legs. I mean, he has strong upper body strength, but his legs are so strong it makes his upper body that much more.
Very powerful legs.
Oh, he is. He is glad to see him playing physically because he's 210 pounds and it's solid.
Peter Stastny and Goulet are up front. O'Dwyer breaks up Goulet. Bill O'Dwyer, a discovery of the year by Terry O'Reilly and Harry Sinden. Harry signed him as a free agent. Here comes Peter Stastny back over the line with Goulet. Holding. Passes in, and it's blocked by Kluzak, and he starts it out. 3-on-2, Boston. Puts it in the middle for Byers, for Bork. Holding at the line. and tried to set up O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer was going to the bench. He had been checked on the play. Peter Stastny back over the line. He's broken up. Byers just clears it away, and they're going to call it icing. 9:30 left in the third period. 5-0 Boston.
All the excitement of Hockey East action returns to Nesson Friday night at 7. The Huskies of Northeastern play host to the Boston College Eagles in what is shaping up as a Beanpot preview. The hard-hitting action starts at 7 live from Hughes Arena. It's Hockey East. BC at Northeastern live Friday night right here on Nesson. We deliver.
Jeff Courtnall with 3 assists among the 5 goals by Boston. Ken Linsman 2 goals. Cam Neely an assist and a goal. The face-off is to the left of Lemlin. 27 seconds. The Bruins will have a power play. Wesley is on now with Larson.
Glenn Wesley's playing well, Fred. Very poised out there.
And he sends Burridge. A lead for Casper off the boards. Gosselin got it. Loose puck. Burridge briefly an open net. Trying to move it in. Larson. And they're calling a face-off. A Bruin reached up and batted it down. And the face-off is outside the line.
Well, there's no such thing as an easy trip down for Mario Gosselin. Every time the Bruins are in that end, somebody's got a good opportunity.
I know. It's one of those nights. Everything's happening tonight for the Bruins. It's bouncing their way. And it happens so often in hockey. The team that works the hardest, it just seems to do that. The puck seems to follow you around to get your opportunities. And when you do make a mistake, the other team kind of either mishandles it or the goaltender makes a great save.
Linsman is out with Courtnall, Wesley, and Larson. And the Bruins have a power play. Larson in deep is checked by Duchesne. Jackson in to get it. Drops it out to center ice. Picard with it. It'll be a 3-minute power play. Seconds ticking off now. And a major against was Spearing. He also got a misconduct, as did Neely. In the center ice, the loose puck is batted away by Duchesne. Quinney got 5 for fighting. Peterson 5 for fighting. Neely 5 fighting, misconduct. Kelvin high sticking. Here's Linsman. As he flying. Checked at the line though and broken up. Cleared away by Picard. Wesley trying to get away from Goulet. Broken up with it. Howarth. A shot over the net. Break for Boston there with Goulet in front looking for a shorthanded goal. Howarth buzzes around in the Boston zone. The pass up is stopped and taken over by Linsman. Ken Linsman 2 goals. He's checked by Howarth though and forced to just clear it out. 8 minutes left. Third period. 5-0 Boston. Anton Stastny coming on the ice. Took an offside pass. He was making a bid for a shorthanded goal.
Well, a good thing, because if they weren't for the whistle, they might not be in the Quebec zone.
That was the first shaky shift.
Yeah.
The Boston Bruins came up with. They started to stand a little bit, pass. Kenny Linsman was the only one. He turned the Jets on and got hooked.
For the Nordiques, the brothers Stastny out as penalty killers. For Boston, Casper with Sweeney on the right, Burridge on the left. Kluzak and Bork. Off for Bork. For Casper over the line. Has trouble handling it. Kluzak kept it in, though. Swept it in the corner, and Brown is there to golf it out. Back goes Ray Bork. 38 left on that major against Eagles. Bruins killed off a major 5 minutes against Willie Platt. Did not allow a Quebec shot. Bork the clear-in. Icing on the play and a face-off in the Boston end. 7:26 left in regulation. 5-0 Boston.
Well, Edmonton will be in here Monday night, and they're playing in Washington this afternoon. Last score we had was a Gustafsson play goal, giving the Caps a 1-0 lead in the second period.
Gustafsson?
All right, look, you're from Southie. I'm from the South Shore. I mean, you know, I'm sure his folks call him Bank, too. You know?
You can have fun. You can have fun when it's 5-zip.
I didn't give you many opportunities to jab me. You just had to reach for one, didn't you?
I did.
Kluzak wraps it in, and Burridge. They say no. Looked like Burridge prevented the icing, and a Quebec player hurt.
I think he got caught a little bit on the dasher. Rochefort took Burridge pretty hard, and I think he got clipped for his troubles.
But last time in here, he had his bell rung, too, on a similar play along the dash.
Oh, it's a hard day at the office, boy, when the other team's playing like the Bruins are.
Boston has been in control, and Rick Middleton got him away and winging at 17:47 in the first period. 18:36, Lindsman from Courtnall and Neely, a power play. Neely in the second period from Courtnall and Bork. Lindsman from Courtnall. And in the third period, Burridge from Crowder.
I was talking with the guys that, well, we're going to see how Rochford.
Mark Quinzel, sharpest attack, got nothing but replays for us. Decided to lean in head first and banged himself a dandy. Randy turned around and said, what happened?
It'll give you a headache for the rest of the day.
Oh, yeah. That's Excedrin headache 162.
With the score, Boston 5 and Quebec nothing. We'll be back in just a minute. Out a power play for the Bruins. Off for Jeff Courtnall. The drive wide of Gosselin. Back is Kartner, Middleton. Bruins digging in the corner. Middleton trying to come out. He's tripped by Kartner. Back for Bork. Bork across for Kluzak. Kluzak moving in. Shot. Deflected wide. Jackson trying to clear it. Stopped by Bork. Off for Kluzak. In again. Shot. Save. Rebound. And Courtnall is stopped by Gosselin. Never really had control. Just kind of pushed it in. And Howarth comes back. Broken up at the Boston defense. 29 seconds left on the power play. Lindsman starts it out. Kluzak. Now for Courtnall. In for Middleton. Back for Kluzak. Now to Bork. Bork checked in the play. Puck goes to Middleton. Middleton trying to get it back. Goulet just tripped Lindsman. Took him out of the play. Kluzak keeps it in for Courtnall. Shot. Locked. Courtnall knocked down. Fights for it. And a face-off call. The hands here. Gillis trying to jam with Courtnall, and Courtnall with the bad thumb should just
Can't do
stay
anything.
away.
If Courtnall took his gloves off, got in a fight with that, he'd be suspended for 10 games. You can't fight with that thumb, or you can't even fight in this league if you have taped hands. If your hands are taped because of a small fracture or whatever, a sprain, you can't fight with taped hands. Cordy Kluzak steps right into this, gives it all the 220 pounds. Courtnall just never got a handle on it.
In case you're wondering, the Neely goal, which was the third of the game for the Bruins, was a power play goal, was later changed to an even strength goal. Originally, a 1 second showing left in the penalties, but the penalty clock at the Garden runs just seconds slower than the game clock. And so actually the penalty had expired, but the penalty clock still showed a second. So the official scores made the change, saying it was not a power play goal, that the penalty had actually expired, even though the penalty showed a second.
Lyndon Byers, very good explanation, Dave. I wondered why that happened. You know, because you know that rule changed. It has to be, if say the penalty was over at 2:32, 2:30. In the old days, 2:32 was that you didn't get the power play. Lyndon Byers dying to get into something here.
Lyndon Byers and Picard, and Lyndon is called for high sticking.
Well, Lyndon's upset. Probably more so because he knows right now that with the power play, Quebec, sooner or later, when you give them enough power play opportunities, they're going to bang one home, and he doesn't want to be the guy that made it possible for that first goal of the game. Oh, Picard's leading in on Byers there.
If Byers a little stronger, got the better part of the shove. Looked like he was the aggressor.
Boston shorthand, 5 left, third period. Boston leads 5-0. Well, Boston will be shorthanded in 2 seconds. And now the Nordiques get the man out. And it is Steinberg on the ice, and Peter Stastny rushes for Goulet. Goulet's off for Mahler. Back for Goulet, shot a save by Lemlin. And the clear by Wesley. 35 left on the Nordique power play. Bork and Kluzak come out with Casper and Burridge. And Mahler is broken up by Casper. Gosselin has to come out of the net to handle it. And winding up now, Randy Mahler again. Away for Karkner. Karkner checked by Burridge. Puck pops in. Kept in. Peter Stastny moving in. Scores! Peter Stastny, the backhander, and a power play to make it 5-1.
Well, now Duchesne and Bork having words. The Karkner on it. I wonder what that's all about.
I wonder, I'd like to see that over again. That was awful close to outside.
So, Turk, let's see.
Puck's in the air. See, I wanted to look at Goulet.
Goulet, yeah.
Goulet jumped a little early.
Well, Peter got Reggie to lean a little bit to his left side and just pull the trigger upstairs on the stick side.
Byers and Karkner are kicked out. Byers trying to come back and start something. The Nordiques get a power play. Peter Stastny, the backhander, to make it 5-1 with 5:18 left.
Well, there's a goal scorer's shot. Get him leaning one way and
Had him leaning just enough. So he got his one goal. He'll be happy.
oh, what the heck? Reggie played shutout hockey for
They shut out hockey when it counted.
Sure. Now people look at the stat sheet and say, well, Stastny got a goal. Deal, not when it counted.
Not when it counted. Gets a lot of them like that. Can't take it away from him, though. He's a great player.
Teams are at full strength. Karkner and Byers get 5 minutes. Now Crowder trying to rush, and he is hit by Jackson. Kicks it over the line. Puck is cleared away. Jackson and Crowder battling for it.
Reggie Lemelin went 23 minutes, 29 seconds without giving up a goal for the Bruins. 2 games and a bit.
Leo White, he knows it all.
I looked at Ron LaPointe's signal to his team, and he says, stay back. In other words, he doesn't want the Bruins to get any more. He doesn't care if he gets any more. And let's just get out of here. Very interesting, not to say, hey, everybody up the ice.
Well, you get in a situation now where, man, there's going to be fights. You know, you're going to lose players in fights, wrestling matches, like we lost Mark Ward in L.A. You know, you can separate a shoulder, you can hurt a knee, like Gretzky, and just in a wrestling match.
That's one thing that Quebec players have said. Oh, here we go, Steinberg and Burridge. We may not have enough to finish this game if we keep it up.
He's throwing him out, too.
Quebec players have said biggest difference between Andy Savard and Ron LaPointe is that LaPointe has a great communication with his players.
Well, you know, you got to be suspect of players that say, oh, better communication with the players and this and that. The Nordiques are a very difficult team to coach. Some of their big stars don't like to practice. The lesser lights have to. That's tough to get by.
Randy Burridge, move quickly. That's the way to do it. If you're
He's
hit
fast.
He was on him like a shot.
Just go right on top of him, quickly. Oh, they love that in Fort Erie.
Oh, yeah. Randy's a tough boy. Spotted him 1.5 feet.
Well, he has to do it that way. If he can't get in a toe-to-toe struggle with anybody with his size, so he just went on top of Steinberg.
Steinberg, pretty big guy. Boy, Steinberg is ripping. He said, let me at that little guy. Let me at him.
Well, the Bruins, with this victory today, will have 50 points, tied for the second-best record overall, 3 points in back of the Montreal Canadiens, and the Canadiens are playing in Los Angeles. That's no
gimme.
No gimme.
You know, you're going to have to work for that. You're going to watch LA's power play can beat you. They're out in the West Coast. They've had 4 days in Los Angeles.
Watch King Kong
Here's a
Burridge.
quick takedown here. That's it. Oh, little right hook.
Get down now.
Now I can't get turned around. Okay, like a
Where's the
windmill.
rope so I can tie this one up? Look like rodeo. Well, Steinberg's got a little digger over his left eye.
Yeah, a little pop there.
Randy's given away 4 inches in that match.
Oh, easy 4 inches. Are you kidding? He's 6'3".
Oh, Bird picked up a 5-minute job.
Well, that makes him feel part of the guys. He's got a goal. In the fight, Lyndon Byers wanted to get in one real bad for cards. You know, not often do you get yourself a laugher and you get to square off some grudges from the past.
The score is right. I mean, to do what Burridge did. I'm not advocating it, but I mean, if you're going to take a shot, you've got to lead.
Randy Burridge takes a lot of all night. A lot of people punching at him and grappling with him. He's in there mucking, nothing but desire and courage. And gives him a shot to get back at somebody.
4:53 left, third period. Each team short a man now, 5-1, as Peter Stastny put Quebec on the board here in the third period.
You watch Peter Stastny go lights out for another one. Get his bonus.
And then, of course, after this, it will be a 3-minute major for the Nordiques with just about 5 minutes left in the game. Sweeney is out with Crowder, Kluzak, and Bork. In the center ice, Crowder, who avoids a hit by Peter Stastny. And Bork goes to center ice, gets it away to Sweeney, off for Crowder. Crowder, a shot, save, rebound. Crowder, a shot, save, Goslin. Crowder drops it for Bork. Bork holds, slides it for Kluzak. Back for Bork. Bork battling for it, trying to contain it. And they tie it up in front of the Nordique bench, and the Bruins rattling off shots on Goslin. 36 for Boston, 21 for Quebec. 4:24 left, third period. 5-1 the Bruins.
What did they have in the first period, Fred?
You know, it's a great
20
sign.
shots? 20 shots for the Bruins in the first period? Boy, they really took it to him early.
Great sign is that the Quebec Nordiques came out to play this game physical. They came out to win this hockey. They worked hard. The Bruins just worked harder and better.
Face off just outside the Nordique line. Ken Linsman with 2 goals this afternoon. He's with Middleton. Telvin on with Peterson. In a minute 25, Quebec will have a power play. Nordiques up the middle. Brown clears it in. Back goes Telvin. Up the boards. Not out. Brown shot. Missed the rebound is Middleton, who scored the first goal of the game. And he breaks with Telvin. A lead for Telvin. Checked by Brown. Gets away from Brown. Lost his stick, though. And they play it back to Middleton. Middleton wrapping it in. Telvin has regained the stick. Middleton, and here comes Rochefort on it. The shot blocked by Middleton. Peterson gets it away to Telvin. Bruins controlling. 45 seconds left. Winding up is Linsman. Starting out with Telvin. In the center ice to Peterson. Big Al trying to drift in. Goslin knocks it away. Right out to Crowder. Off for Larson. Linsman for Crowder. Trying to cut in. Can't. Jackson starts back. Jackson over the line. And the puck picked up by Crowder. And a quick clear out. Plenty of hitting this afternoon as Mahler back. Drives it in. 15 seconds. It'll be a man advantage for Quebec. There's a break. Crowder on the right wing side over the line. Trying to move in. Control. Checked on the play. And hit hard by Mahler. He fights Cote for it. And Anton Stastny starts out. Now a power play for the Nordiques. They trail. In the center, goes off for Steinberg. In deep for Anton Stastny. Back to Steinberg. For Anton behind the net. Chased by Wesley. They play it back. Right point. Kept in by Mahler. On the boards, O'Dwyer battling. Kept in now by the Stastnys. They put it in front, and the shot blocked by Lemlin. Dwyer, and he clears it. 2:25 left in regulation. And the Bruins will be shorthanded for the rest of the game. 5-1 Boston leads. It's center ice. Middleton steals. Check. Knocked down on the play. Stastny gets it back. Over the line for Duchesne. For Anton. The shot wide. The long rebound out to center ice. O'Dwyer checking the play, but it is played back and knocked away by Bork. Back over the line. Anton Stastny for Picard. Quick shot. A beautiful save on Duchesne by Lemlin. A dandy with 1:48 left. Boy, he moved quickly on that. Fans yell, Reggie, Reggie. Interception by Middleton. Away comes. We're all alone. And he shot it high. Tries it again off the backboards. And it's knocked away by Gosling. Goulet winds up. 1:30 left in the game to Duchesne. Duchesne trying to cut right in. Moves it in. Peter Stastny is shot on the follow-up block. And out comes Bork, picking up Lensman. Lensman and Bork for Ken Lensman. Holding. Looking. Screen shot. Fit for a hat trick. And Gosling somehow got it. Lensman almost with the hat trick. 1:08 left. Regulation. Over the line. Goes behind the net. Puts it in front. Mahler drives it in for Peter Stastny. Broken up by Peterson. And the Bruins clear it. 5-1 Boston. Rochefort back. Power play. Long pass in. Back for Telvin. Clears it around. O'Dwyer able to tap it out. 41 seconds left. And fans yelling for Reggie. Only goal by Peter Harworth. Starting back. Slowed down by Middleton. Now they clear it in. Goulet. And it is O'Dwyer battling for it. Gets it away. Almost sent Middleton away on a break. Mahler forced back. 20 seconds left. 5-1 Boston before a large crowd. Mahler drills it in. Lemlin out of the net. Knocks it away from Goulet. Up the boards. Tapped out by Middleton, who gets a stick on it even if it's in the air.
Ricky Middleton just played a sensational hockey game for the Bruins tonight.
Long shot in, and the clear by Telvin, and a salute to Reggie Lemlin. And the entire team deserves plaudits for this one, as the Bruins post a solid victory.
Did they play well, Fred? They played to a man as well as, you know, you can expect them to play at this time of the year.
Today's game being brought to you in part by Nissan Cars and Trucks, built for the most important race of all, the human race. And by Budweiser, Beechwood Ale, for that clean, crisp taste. This bout's for you. The final score, well, Goulet is over trying to get a point on Peter Stastny's goal, I tell you.
Oh, he is?
Oh, boy. He is over talking to the scorekeeper. So Quebec likes their points.
Oh, they do, Fred.
But the Bruins will take the victory. And the final score, Boston 5 and Quebec 1. We'll be back with highlights in just a minute.
In your case, you just soon it didn't follow you, huh?
That's exactly what it is. It's like when you play well, you get the breaks. When you don't play well, it seems like everything goes against you. Right now, we're making our own breaks, and it's working for us.
First period, 20 shots on Gosling. He was outstanding, but then Rick Middleton got things going, and from that point on, it just didn't seem to be any question that you folks were going to get 2 points today.
Yeah, we just were on top of everything, you know, and I think a big turning point was in the second period when they had a 5-minute power play, and they never got a shot on goal, and I think that really lifted everybody, even the fans and everybody else, and they had a little flurry, and then we went down and scored the fourth one later on, and that was all she wrote.
Well, you're on a great roll. Before we take a look at some of the shots you stopped today, I believe it was last year. Didn't you have a 17-game stretch where everything just went right for you and you played great hockey? Is there any comparison to this run you're on now?
Yeah, it was a little bit the same last year after Christmas. I won, I think it was 2 games out of 16 or whatever it was. And right now it's sort of one of those things when not only I'm on the road, but the whole team's on the road. We feel good about each other. We go out and we sort of know almost that we're going to get 2 points and we're going to work hard for them, you know, and it's a great feeling.
Yeah, you come into the building feeling almost invincible, like it doesn't make any difference who we're playing or who's shooting. I'm going to get it.
That's right. We're not afraid to go out and work in the corners, you know, trying to own the corners, and the back check-in is unbelievable from some of the forwards, you know. They come back deep and help out all the time, so it makes the job easier for our defensemen. And they move the puck up quickly. So everything, every asset of the game is right now at a A+, you know, and if we can keep it rolling like this, it's going to be a good month for us.
Well, let's take a look, Reggie, at some of the stops. Let's go to the second period. I believe there was a delayed penalty being called, and there was a deflection in on you.
I got to see this play here. I'm sorry, but I just got...
It's going to come right out in front here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just got the toe on that one. Yeah, I remember that one. Actually, I thought the man was tied up real good, but it went off his skate and was going in a corner if I got the toe on it.
Alain Cote is one of the better defensive forwards in the league. Tried his hand at offense on this one.
I think that's right at the end when, it hit somebody and deflected and just, I was lucky enough to get the glove on it. Sometimes it's not a hard shot, but when it hits something, you already moved, and then, you're sort of all mixed up and you're not sure where it's going.
Here's Robert Picard.
Oh, that was late in the game, yeah. I figured he was going to one-time the puck, but he stopped it, so I was coming across a little too early, so I had to bring the blocker around to the area where I came from.
I know Lyndon Byers was upset when they called that penalty on him late because it meant a power play. It meant a chance for them to get on the board, and they did ultimately. It looked like Peter got you to lean a little bit to the left side.
Yeah, actually, I thought I had pretty much everything covered, but somehow it snuck under my blocker and, and went off my pants. So that was a good shot for him. He's a good goal scorer, and when you give him a chance like this, a lot of times he'll put it in. But I thought whoever was tangled with Lyndon should have 2 minutes also.
Well, Reggie, this one is history. Edmonton up next on the dance card Monday night. Are you guys chomping at the bit to get a hold of them the way you're playing?
Oh, that's for sure. We're a contender, I think. We have all the tools to go far this year, and Edmonton is probably somebody that's going to be in our way somewhere along the way, so we have to establish some respect right now.
Great effort, Reggie.
Thank you.
Reggie Lemelin, our guest, Tom.
David Guests on Nesson's Bruins Polaroid Instant Replay receive the Polaroid Spectra system. 5-1 the final score this afternoon. Reggie Lemelin in goal now has allowed only 1 goal in his last 2 games in the nets. He was number 4 in the league before today's game. He came in with a goals against of 2.94, so he has trimmed that somewhat this afternoon. I'll be back. We'll take a look at the game highlights of this one, and later on, some final words from Fred Cusick and Derek Sanderson, too. We have another update coming from Landover on that game between the Caps and the Oilers, and a look at the full score. Join us Monday for more Bruins hockey action as the Bruins host the Edmonton Oilers. Face-off at 7:35, immediately following Bruins Digest at 7. The Bruins and the Oilers on Nesson, your New England sports network. The executive producer of Boston Bruins hockey is Mark Wenzel. And as you can see, the coordinating producer is Mike Baker. Our associate producers are Liz White and Kate Monahan. And our statistician, Leo White. Has been an exclusive presentation of Nesson, your New England sports network. We deliver